Mute. Big up, good evening to all of you. It feels weird. Friday, people should be out in a beer garden or having an orange juice or going for a meal. We're here Friday night watching Tottenham Hotspur in a game where even if we lose, people will say it doesn't matter. To me, it does. To me, every game matters. But we have got a game of football. It is Aston Villa versus Tottenham Hotspur. By the way, let me just, where are we? 1 second. Do you know what? I just had a kind of late little panic there that I didn't have any food for my stream. Like I didn't have any biscuits, any chocolate, any crisps. I got nothing for this stream. So Uber Eats will probably be deployed at some point. Unless Queen Ellie could bring me around some food, which I'm guessing she won't. She's been trying to banter me all day. Let me just let people know that I'm live and we're live. Come join us. Here we go. Come join us. Come join us. There we go. An interesting one, isn't it? I mean, Tottenham, people are saying nothing's on it, but for me, I'm of the opinion that you're going into a final. You're going into a final. How do you want to go into that final? Do you want to go into that final off the back of a good result or at least a good performance? Yes, Lumen, I am live on both of my channels. That is correct. I'm pretty cool like that. I'm just trialing out the whole dual streaming thing. That's all. Just trialing it out. It won't really make any difference to anything. But good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. The team news will be out in about 6 minutes. Be interesting to see, won't it? What do Spurs do? Are we going to have a strongish lineup? Are we going to have a lineup where Sonny is back? Is Romero going to get any minutes in his legs? Van der Ven, is he going to get any minutes in his, or are we just wrapping them up? Well, we're about to find out, aren't we, in about 5 minutes' time, and I'll bring it up onto the screen and let you know when the team sheets are out. At the moment, they are not on what is a very sunny Villa Park. It's very sunny across the country today. Stanley, I can see that. No, Stanley. Stanley attacking Stewie. We won't have that. Any VAR decisions between the dogs I will deal with instantly. Let's see who we've got inside the chat. Good evening. Good evening to Rob Welsh, who has become a YouTube member. Big up to you, Rob. Thank you very much. As I said, during the summer, we will have 2 member shows a week, and then next season we will have 1 a week. It's my bad. It really is my bad for not being amazing at that this year. Oh, hang on. What's going on with the timer? Hang on. 1 second. 1 second. What's going on with the timer? Oh, I have no idea what's going on. Ignore me. I don't know if you saw that, but just, I have no idea what's going on. There we go. Back to normal. Big up to Rob. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. I think that's is that a Frenchie in your picture? Is that a little black Frenchie and a Boston Terrier staff? Something like that. Big up to you. Either way, big up to you, Rob. And it must be something about Rob's, because also Rob Brown has become a YouTube member as well. Big up to you, Rob. The 2 Robs. That's what you'll forever be known as. So thank you to both of you. I really appreciate your support. From 2 new members, Rob. And also Arsenal Just a Spicy Spurs became a member as well. Big up to you. That was earlier in today. To an existing member, big up to Tony Rodriguez, who has said, big up to Savva and the guests. Villa 4, Spurs 1. Villa 4, Spurs 1. That's what I predicted. I've got a feeling they're going to overrun us, but we will see what the teams are. Cooper Steeds has just said 22 and 13. I have no idea what that means, but big up to you for writing random numbers into the comment section. Everyone likes numbers, so thank you very much. Big up to Marianne. How you doing? Hope you're well. She just says big up to Savva and all. Big up to Marios, who's out there in Cyprus. Big up to you, Marios. Hope you're well as well. There he is, the Cookmeister. Big up, Savva, mate. Hope you're good. I am good. I've just watched a 3-hour documentary about killing bin Laden. That's been my afternoon. Maybe you can all let me know what your afternoon was all about. But that's what I've been doing Been watching about the manhunt for Bin Laden. What a cheery subject. Good evening. There she is, the Queen Ellie Højbjerg, who said, I'm late, but she's not going to say anything bad. Thank you very much. Cheers, Ellie. Thanks for that. Big up to Finn Rickwood. Big up to Sam Rocco Forex. Here's Angus in the chat. His Arsenal team. Another year without a trophy for your boys, Angus. And now I know that you are fully Arteta out. Good evening to Kip, who has said, yes, to all. Yes, indeed. Good evening to you. Good evening to another channel member, Mario 2012, who is buying that farm in Kent. Mario, when you buy that farm in Kent, I expect an invitation to some sort of barbecue, and I'll bring the dogs down and we can chat shit about Tottenham all night. Yes, I have just invited myself to your house for a barbecue. That's what's just happened. But big up to you, Mario. He's been a member for a very long time now. Good evening to Ryan G. Wolverhampton Wanderers. I can't believe it, Ryan. You're above us. Like you were terrible all season. Now you're above us. Good luck from the mighty Mag. Yeah, I think we need more than luck for tonight, if I'm honest. I can't see I can't see how we possibly get anything, but I've been wrong before. Stanley! Sorry if you hear me do that. Stanley's being a little shitbag. Big up to who else we got in the chat? Rich Man. Good evening to you. Good evening. Spoon Dangler, great name. I said Everton's new ground will be called the Hill Dickinson Stadium. No, the Hill Dickinson. Is that real? Are you winding me up? Good evening to Claire G. Hope you're well, Claire. Hope you're well, Ahmed Johnson inside the house. Said evening. If the team is what has been reported, then I'm disgusted. Winning mentality, my arse. Well, we're about to find out. Stanley, shush. We're about to find out. The team news isn't out of yet. I was expecting it would be because it's past. The teams normally come out an hour and 15 minutes before. So I will keep refreshing and I'll come back to that in a minute. Let me just remove this screen. Let me stop that screen for 1 minute because I will be wanting to bring up the team news as soon as it's available. Still nothing at the moment. Come on, Spurs official. You're more than 30 seconds late. This isn't good enough. I will keep checking for you. No Nonsense Football Fan said the 21st free hit of the season, Savva. I can't wait to see the back of this snake oil salesman. Me and you both, my man. Me and you both. Good evening to Henry Thong TV. Says, I have a feeling Adogi is going to get 45 minutes. Well, look, we can't just say that all our players are not going to get any minutes for 12 days before a final. I think it's crazy. Omar, how you doing, my man? Hope you're well. How's the YouTube channel going? Let me know, mate. Anything I can do to help, just shout. Nearsighted Remembrance has said big ups, not shup ups. If anyone remembers when that guy told me to shut up, nothing like trolls who can't spell the word shut. Big up to you. Absolutely no nonsense football fan. Seal Team 6. What a legendary team of Seals. Big up to the Adventure Camel. How you doing? Hope you are well. Costa del Spurs is inside the house. I watched the Fred and Rose documentary yesterday. God, I am miserable. And I Fred and Rose West yesterday. Osama bin Laden today. And now Tottenham tonight. I need some sunshine and positivity in my life, don't I? Everything's a bit bloody miserable. Where are we? The team is still not out. Come on, Spurs. It's 17 minutes past the hour. Yes, the team is out. Would you like to see it? Because this is going to be very, very interesting. And our first team players are not going to get minutes in their legs unless it's off the bench. Here is the Tottenham team for tonight. Here it is. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, no, you won't be able to see that. The Tottenham team is, see you later, Kinski in goal, a back four of Spence, Danso, Davis and Regulon, Sarr, Gray and Odeber with Moore, Tell and Son. Is it just me or have we got So Sarr and Gray in the midfield. That means that Odegaard, Moore, Tell or Son, one of them is going to have to play in the number 10-ish role. One of them's going to have to play. This is interesting. This is interesting. So it looks like one of them is going to have to play in that position. Who do you think it will be? Maybe none of them play in that position. I don't know. But the substitutes bench is Vicario, Porro, Basuma, Casanova, Bentancur, Ulasesi, Johnson, Richarlison, and Solanke. So I'm guessing Odegaard right. I don't even know. I mean, it could be absolutely anything, couldn't it? It really, really could be anything. We'll bring that team back up again a little bit later, but you've all seen it now. Now you've seen it. What do you think the score will be? I think we're going to get absolutely battered. I'm just going to message Wolfie, who said, will Spurs do them a favour and get a point? Look at the 11. It's atrocious. People will say there's a final on Wednesday. If that's the case, then why did we move the game to Friday? Why didn't we just keep it where it was? Hey, interesting times. Big up to Ghosted. Big up to Crooks. 1181. A big up to you as well. Big up to Vince. Mario is going to invite us all for a big barbecue on his farm. Big up to AJS 1988. Big up to Mighty Mag, Dark Crow. I said in the afternoon, I went into flashback how many points Amorim cost us with his experiments in the early days as our manager. That's a you problem. I've got my own problems to be worried about. I've got my own problems. 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. You can get right out. Go on, out there. Good. Yes. There you go. Sorry, a fly infiltrated. This is a problem with having your back door open all day. A fly infiltrated. I saw him, got him behind the shutters, out the window, bish, bash, bosh, done. Robert is inside the house. There is only one Stanley. Thank God there is only one Stanley, because he causes enough mess for everybody. Mark, again, a few changes tonight. As I said, we're seeing Archie Gray, Tell, Odegaard, Moore, Star, Gray, Reggie's back in. It's going to be an interesting one. I mean, Matt is here. Matt, who absolutely shit his pants the other day. I'll be 5 minutes. No one saw you again. I wonder why. Absolutely cookie. Matt's in the house. And he thinks that this Spurs team can beat Villa. Truly worrying times. I'm just seeing if I can get the Aston Villa team from anywhere, because you know they're going to go bloody strong. Let's have a look. Hang on. Can I get this? No, that's tomorrow. Here's today's game. Premier League, Aston Villa. So Aston Villa are going to go with Emi Martinez in goal, Cash, Konza, Torres, and Maatsen at the back. They're going to have Kamara, John McGinn, and Onana in midfield with Rodgers, Watkins, and Asensio. And then players on the bench such as Donny Marlon, Digne, Bogard, Barkley, Leon Bailey, missing Ramsey, Rashford, and Yuri Tillemans for tonight. So they are your two teams for tonight. I genuinely, at this stage, people, I genuinely do not know who's going to play where in that front four. I have no idea. Absolutely, Sarr and Gray are going to get steamrolled. McGinn, Onana, and Kamara, three powerful men versus two very lightweight kids. They're going to absolutely steamroll that midfield. You are absolutely right, Rob. I can't agree with you more. But don't worry. Matt told us, remember, that John McGinn isn't very good. So don't worry about it. Let's see. I mean, who plays where? Let me ask my group. Let me ask everyone in my WhatsApp group. Who plays where? Yeah, by the way, so the stadium is Everton Football Club is proud to announce Hill Dickinson as the official naming rights partner in for the club's new stadium. Wow. It's going to be the Hill Dickinson Stadium. That is mad. I'm saying, like, who plays where in that front four? Who plays where in that front four? Listen, I am pleased to see. Sonny playing. He needs the minutes in his legs. He absolutely does. But Ahmed, yeah, I would have said no. I would have said, what you want? Nah, go away, mate. See you later. A Villa 2-1. I'll take it. If you offer me a 2-1 defeat right now, I'm taking it. I think they're going to. I feel they're going to wipe the floor with us. I'm sorry if that makes me negative. 21 defeats all season. He puts out a team like that. For me, again, you've got a final in 5 days, and none of the first team players have had games have started in the last 2 games. It just feels a bit weird for me. Big up to JSY Talks Football. Please get over and support her channel. Big up to you and all the YouTubers out there. Big up to Igor inside the house. Here's my Matt SOF. Haven't seen you for ages. How you doing? Yeah, my app said Moore as the number 10. I guess we'll see, won't we? I guess we will see. Mariana said, I said Villa 3-0 earlier, now going to 5-0. Look, I predicted 4-1. Look, I genuinely just think we're going to do this crazy inverted stuff that's going to leave Sarr and Sarr and Gray exposed. I then think we're going to leave Spence and Reggie exposed. This is going to be a long 90 minutes, I think. We're going to get absolutely walloped, said Matt. Listen, let's just hope it's not. Let's hope that it's a very, let's hope that it's a very respectable scoreline for Tottenham. Oh, mate, he shit himself. Matt shit himself. No, you're not sorry about that. You shit yourself, Matt. Don't worry, we're not doing that. Why do they need to be humbled? Why do Villa need to be humble? What? Because they're a really well-drilled, well-organised football club with a good manager, good owners, good director of football, and good players. Why do they need to be humbled? Really silly, childish thing to say. Yeah. Do you know what? No, not. I don't know if any of you watched last week. I don't know if any of you watched last week at all. The Villa Bournemouth game, and Onana was just boom. Boom, see you later, out of the way. He was powerful. And today he's playing against Gray. Hang on, Archie Gray against that powerful midfield. Yuck. That's all I'm going to say. Maybe we're all wrong. Maybe they go on and win. Again, I don't know why there's no Vicario. I don't know why. You know, I don't quite understand what we're doing. He literally lied, hasn't he? He lied in that. Oh, you know that speech he gave. We're going to use these next 2 games to prepare for the final. And how's that exactly? How have you done that exactly? I really don't know what he has done to prepare for the final, apart from picking 2 very weak teams. And we kind of deserve what we get, don't we? You know, if this is defeat number. If this is defeat number 21, we kind of deserve it. Yeah, we've gone through the team. And the team is, hang on, just quickly, ignore the timer for 1 second. I just want to check. Yeah, perfect. Ignore me. I don't know why my timer was doing that. I don't know why my timer was doing that at all. But big up to my man, Dan E. Oh. Dan Geek E. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. Dan, that's a very interesting 11, isn't it?
What is the 11? I've literally just got back indoors from just spending all day, like after this afternoon, picking up all the weeds out the front and the back garden and everything and out the front, and literally just got indoors. I haven't even seen.
There you go. Kinski in goal, Spence, Danso, Davis and Reggie. Sarr and Gray in midfield with a front 4 of Odegaard, Moore, Tell and Son. Oh, my God, that midfield. And by the way, Dan, their midfield 3 is McGinn, Kamara and Onana.
I just say it as I see it. We're fucked. Sorry to be as blunt as that, mate, but Do you know what? Fair play on starting Mikey Moore. I like that one. You know,
Sure.
give him a go. Start Mikey Moore, seeing as if he's got nothing to do in the next game. And I like the way Son's starting. He needed to start, like we said earlier. He needs to get a couple of minutes on him if he is going to start on the next game.
Yep.
The rest of it, you just think that midfield is going to get destroyed.
Yeah. No,
hopefully not. Hopefully we can get something, but with what you've showed me there, it don't give you much hope, does it?
A few people have been asking me this, but Matt, when you're saying why am I singing Villa's praises? 6 years ago, Aston Villa were winning the playoff final in the Championship, mate. Right? In that 6 years, they've gone like that while we've gone like that. Right? So when I'm singing their praises, they've gone and got a top manager, a top director in football. Their owners are trying to do what's best for the club. They've built a good squad and they're difficult to beat. And they're 22 unbeaten at home. Why shouldn't somebody sing their praises? I mean, you've got to grow up. I'll tell you what, any more silly comments, this guy's got to go, and he's just, it's absolutely mental. But Dan, I'm looking at that front four, Tell, Odegaard, Moore and Son. And it's kind of like stick your finger in the air as to which one of them is going to play in the number 10, who's going to be left, who's going to be up front.
Yeah.
What do you make? Don't know what to say.
Do you know what? You go and even say that. It is sort of like I mean, because that's one thing I don't find, considering how attacking we're meant to be and forward playing one thing we are not is a fluid team in any means or manner. I mean, rigid for me is an understatement for the way this team is, if that's the right phrase to use. Now, with someone who'd have a significantly more fluent way of playing football, you could see how you could change that round during the game as such. Actually, even have it in tactics. You know, like they used to do sometimes, like with a left winger and a right winger, keep swapping them over every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We haven't got that sort of capability. And it's, who's even going to be out of the front four? The only one I can actually see doing a 10 there is what? Mikey Moore?
I'm guessing so. I mean, I don't. The problem is, I don't see any of them as a number 10. That's my problem. Do you know what I mean? Because
no,
look, I'll be honest. I don't really rate Odegaard or Tell. Now you've got those two. Sonny, I don't know. Does he play through the middle? I mean, again, if we're talking about which one plays in the number 10, Dan, which one plays up top? Tell, Son, Odegaard, Moore. Like, I genuinely don't know what we're going to do.
I've seen, I'd say Son is the most likely one to be a striker out of all of them. He's the one who's got the more capability of being a striker from what I've seen. And yeah, I'd say Son is the only one there for me who I could possibly pull off as a striker. I haven't seen enough of Tell to say that he can be a striker, a left winger, or a right winger sort of thing. I don't actually know what he's actually meant to do half the time, where he does nothing really on the pitch. So I can't say, is he being the striker a good idea? I don't know. The only one there who I can specifically say I've seen with any striker capabilities is Son.
Yeah. Agreed. And he's the one who's not fit. I mean, Alex, welcome. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought to come on because I was making too many. Was it the same comment? And because there's so many people in the chat, isn't it? So you know what I mean. But I felt the confusing one for me is Vicario. I'm flabbergasted. Why is Vicario not playing?
Yeah, I didn't even think of that one. Yeah.
I understand the. I mean, I don't mind more playing. He might need, but I think it just highlights that. I think what we've all come to conclusion. This guy's definitely leaving because Vicario is just the confusing one for me. I mean, having Reguilón playing. I mean, what's the point? What is the point?
Well,
I mean, is he doing a swan song or something like that? What is that all about? I mean, we need some little bit of form. I know it's Man United and we should be beating them, right? I know I'm not going to take it for granted. I'm not taking Man United for granted or anything like that. But there's got to be some of those players sitting there thinking, "Well, I want to be a little bit on form." You know what I mean? You know, it's just. But the Vicario one, he's a goalkeeper. what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I looking silly here? Am I speaking silly or
No.
what? Or just looking at that?
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I mean, the first thing I looked at was up midfield and then up front and that. Why is he even leaving Vicario out of goal?
Do you know what I don't understand, guys? I genuinely don't understand. Listen, I understand there's going to be a need for some rotation, but I didn't think in both the Palace and the Villa game he would do this. Like, you've got, you know, we played, what was it, a week ago now? We played is it a week ago? Yeah, we played last Thursday, right? So it's been 8 days since we played Bodo Glimt, right? It's another 5 days, if I'm not wrong, 5-6 days until the final. So we're looking at 13 days where none of the senior pros are going to have started a game of football. And in that speech, Dan, you know the speech, the speech that got so many Spurs fans back on side, and I'm loving Big Ange again. He said, guys, we're going to use these next 2 games to prepare for Bilbao. How? By not playing any of them. Like I'm not saying play a full strength team, but surely some of them have got to have some minutes in the legs, right? I'm baffled.
I mean,
I'm baffled.
Why he's even starting Reguilon now? I'm just looking at it on the BBC one. It's showing the formations that they reckon we're going to do a 4-2-3-1 with Moore on the left, Odegaard on the right, Son as the 10, and Tell as the striker.
Song as the 10.
That's only what I'm looking at on here. What obviously happens is a different thing. I mean, I could see Son as a shadow striker, doing a bit of a Dele Alli role. I could understand that, but if you're actually going to play someone as a 10, which we usually do there, Son is not a 10. And when you look at the rest of that, when you've got Sarr and Gray in the middle there's no creativity whatsoever. And then when you even go further back, Spence and Reguilon on the wing backs, inverted wing backs, whatever they're going to decide to be today, there is there is no creativity in that team whatsoever, unless you're looking at Son taking a shot at goal. Nothing in that first 11. No creativity player there at all.
I don't like the fact that I people were saying to me there was some ideas put about that Sarr should be in the number 10. Now, listen, I know people say he's not a great footballer, but the guy has scored a few goals, right? I'm just stating the things. He has been having a good eye for goal in this season, right? So why did he try him there and have a little bit of creativity on the wings, and that's it for me. He could have tried something to try and look at ways of trying to combat the fact that he's got no number 10 in Maddison. I'm not going to count Burval because for me, Burval still needs to do more for me. And then, okay, you can make a point with a little bit about Kulusevski, but it's just for me, he's doing the same things that he used to do before, and I don't understand why he's continuing with Gray in midfield because the guy's not ready for midfield against midfielders that are going to be quality. I only looked at the team of Villas. I mean, Onana and Kamara, they're no mugs. McGuinn on the left. I think he's on the left or right. So it's a bit of confusion for me. I do feel sorry for Danzo because I think Danzo should be in the team. Spence hasn't been playing well, to be fair, and he's on his right. So to me, I think he's just. We have to see what happens. To be honest with you, maybe I don't want to overreact here, but
I mean, again, looking at it on the middle here, I mean, they're saying that they reckon Villa are going to do a 4-2-3-1 as well. I think they'd do a more 4-3-3 and have McGinn in the middle. If they've got Onana, McGinn, and Kamara in the middle, and we've got 2 in the middle with Sarr and Gray.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Gray. my wife has got more physicality than he has, for God's sake. So what the hell is going to happen to that poor boy again, like it did with Liverpool? I get it. If he's good enough for the first 11 and he's meant to be a midfield central, then he's got to be good enough to hold his ground there. But him and Sarr next to each other as well, who Sarr physicality wise, he's basically like spaghetti anyway. They're going to get absolutely torn to pieces by them three physicality.
Why is
On the
Brendan
physical
Johnson
side
not
of it.
playing? Why is Brendan Johnson not playing? This is even more
That's a fair
confusing
point.
because Brendan Johnson want to get some feel for goals. So it's even more confusing. So why is Richarlison not playing? Richarlison's not even had any football. So why's he got to worry about him? I just the whole thing confuses me. And the thing is, though, you could easily play these players right now in the first half, give them some minutes, right? And then if they get a little bit tired, yeah, take them off. But they're going to end up playing them on anyway. Because if we lose a couple of goals, right, he's going to end up putting them on because he doesn't want to get embarrassed. So I mean, this manager just confuses me so much. Honestly,
Agreed. I you know where I stand, guys. I'm not prepared to just turn around and go, defeat number 21 because he put that team out. You don't have to go that weak. You don't have to. You literally don't have to take out all your first 11 before a cup final. This is like Crystal Palace. This is the equivalent to Crystal Palace playing us on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah. Crystal Palace played us on Sunday with a full strength team. Then they play Man City tomorrow in the FA Cup 6 days later. What? Why are they able to do it and we have to wrap everyone in cotton wool? Like this is madness for me. And then if you are wrapping them all in cotton wool, why are they all on the bench?
That's the point.
Like, why not have the bench of Williams, Barnett, Ajayi? Do you know what I mean? Why not completely put all the kids on the bench and you go fair? He's put all the, this guy baffles me for so many reasons, chaps.
For me on this one, two I would definitely be starting is Richarlison and Johnson. Johnson, for the sheer reason that whether I rate him as a player or not, he gets into the right positions and he does tap the goals in. Whether they're a tap in or a good goal, I don't care. It goes in the back of the net. He does do his job in that aspect. So starting another game before or 2 games before, whatever, to keep the rhythm going or momentum like people talk about, I can sort of understand that. And then even if he takes him off after 45, 50. But out of everyone there on that subs bench I'm looking at, surely Richarlison needs some starting time, let alone coming on with 20 minutes. Because he looks like Richarlison is one who could actually start in the proper game itself.
What about Basuma? Basuma's played hardly any football this sporadically. Yeah. Why would you not say, listen, go in and help Gray? Because you've got Anana, who is a monster. Have you seen how big he is? He is massive. Yeah. McGinn is a fighter and a battler. Kamara is excellent. Surely you would go, right, one of you, right, Basuma or one of you, Basuma, go on, you've got a good engine. Let's have a look this season, right? Yves Basuma. Let's have a look, right? Yves Basuma, he'll be on the sub bench, won't he? So Yves Basuma has played 26 games, right, in the Premier League. I'm guessing not all of those are going to be starts as well, right? He's played 5 games in the Cups, 9 Europa League games. Why can't he be playing? Why can't him or Bentancur, Van der Ven or Romero? Like, why has it got to be completely wholesale 11? Oh, don't worry, this game doesn't matter. I'm so fed up of this season.
This is why. He's so lucky that he's in the Europa League. He's so lucky.
I can understand leaving 4 or even half your team out when we've got the next game we've got, but that is just. And he's just done exactly the same as he did with the game before, which I would have thought you stick your stronger players in as such. This game, I can understand leaving certain players out, but there's certain players that he's left out there that you would have thought actually need a bit of game time. I mean, fine, he might totally change it. Well, I say might. He's going to have to totally change it after 45 minutes because just by looking at them two teams on there, if the 45 minutes goes by the way the paperwork says it can go, we could be in big trouble by the time it's half time. I mean, Onana is a player who I personally think is, I think he gets a bit more stick than he deserves. I think he's quite a good player. And when it was that he was up for going, I was one of the ones who said Spurs should go for him. I will quite happily go for him. I remember talking with you about it, Savva. We agreed on this.
But another one, Dan. He's another one. Our fan base went
round, no chance, not good enough.
Yeah.
And he was one that I was actually talking for before they bought him, that I would not mind Spurs getting hold of him. And now you go and look at our midfield and that midfield, he could probably physically cope with them two on his own.
Jordan's got a good point. He said, do you know what, Jordan? It's actually 3 times, but I get your point. It's actually 3 times. So the 3 times he has played Gray in midfield is Liverpool away, who are the champions, Villa away, who haven't lost at Villa Park for 22 games, and Fulham away. Not one game. Like the game where you play Gray at centre mid is Southampton at home. Right? That's the game where you play Gray at centre mid. But yeah, look, I know, barring the singing and shouting, the score doesn't matter. I know from what we talked about, Dan. I just don't want to be embarrassed, guys. And I'm actually quite glad that Rashford's out injured, because I think his pacing behind would have absolutely ripped us a new one. Not saying Watkins won't. But again, that midfield 3 is really powerful, Alex. It's, grown men as well. Men. And I watched, Alex, I was saying earlier, when I watched Bournemouth versus, my microphone's a little bit off kilt and my OCD's not having it. Onana, McGinn, and Kamara, right? When I watched the Bournemouth game, Onana was up against Tyler Adams and was it Cook or Christie? One of those two in midfield. Alex, he was driving through them like they weren't there. Like he was just like, see you later, mate. Powerful. I'm scared. I genuinely am scared that we're going to go into this final off the back of 1 league win in 11.
It doesn't look. It's going to be a good night for Tottenham. It won't be.
Alex, just quickly, Alex. So sorry. People in the chat, as much as it might seem funny, Bobby, Matt, stop talking about meeting each other and beating each other up. I mean, really, really. It's bloody football. I'll meet all of you in the pub and we'll all have a pint and we'll all have a laugh. How about we do that like the good old days rather than the I'll smack you up. No, I'll smack you up. Guys, it's just football. It's just football, all right? Please, none of the I'll beat you up, my dad's bigger than your dad, all that bloody nonsense. It's Friday night. I don't want to be here. I want to be out in the sun in a pub garden with my boys. That's where I want to be. They're all there.
Agreed.
I'm here watching this shit. So behave. All right. Sorry, Alex, to butt in, but
no. You had to. No, you had to, because it is all about football. I have to remind myself that as well, Mr. Box Office. But the point is, though, I don't. Yeah, it's not going to be a nice night, Savva. It's not going to be a nice night. Honestly, Gray has got to be having the game of his life. It looks like a really bad mismatch at the moment for me, that midfield. Sarr isn't going to offer us anything in terms of, because he's a boxer midfielder, isn't he? So without anybody that's proper defensive, I think you're really missing out there. Alderbert, I mean, I see he's, I don't want to ruin it for you, Savva, but there's a super chat about Alderbert.
I've seen it. Don't worry, I'm going to read it out.
So I don't want to ruin that one, but I don't know whether he's all right on that. I don't want to go off on Tell too much, but he hasn't done anything to warrant my attention anyway. And defensively, just the only thing I would say at the moment, if we're not playing that high line, I do feel comfortable that Danzo and Davis will do a job. Whether that's going to be enough and we're going to be too much pressure on us, that we're just going to fold too much, I think that may end up happening, I think, and then we'll see. You know, it might be a bit of a scary result, like you're saying. So yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Savva.
Well, look, let's get some super chat, shall we? And everyone hopefully is now behaving themselves. I love that. I'll meet you. I'll meet you. I'll smack you up. Like a Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How old are we all, guys? I'm in my 40s. We don't talk like that.
When probably you say smacked up, the only smack half of them probably had his on the arse off their mother, for God's sake.
Big up to my man, Sanctuary of 7, who has said, hit the likes on both live channels, guys. Yeah, you might have noticed I am live on both channels at the moment. I'm just trying out the whole dual streaming thing this week because I've never done it before. Just seeing if it makes a difference. Just having a look, seeing. Doesn't really do a lot, I don't think. But big up to you, Sanctuary. Always very generous. And if that wasn't generous enough, you've come in with another super sticker. So thank you very much, Sanctuary of 7. Much love to you, my man. Very, very generous. Big up to D&B Forever. Always with the super stickers. Always with the super stickers, my man, D&B. Thank you very much. When I see this, all I do think of is Dandelion and Burdock, which is absolutely minging. We'll have that chat in a minute, but big up to you, D&B. Much love. And then Jack Nug with a super sticker. Jack Nug. Let me know what it is, but big up to you. Thank you very much for the super sticker. Really do appreciate all the super stickers add up. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. And then my man, Manny, who joined the show earlier. Big up to you. Very generous. Thank you, Manny. Has said, Odegaard in the 10 boys. I reckon he plays him in the final. Now, let's lead off from that. And Manny, thank you very much. Hope you had a fun-filled, packed day of being in the world of finance with all your spreadsheets. Now you get to watch Tottenham to send you and your little one to sleep. But big up to you. Thank you for the super chat. And I've just got your WhatsApp. So thank you very much, mate. Guys, lots of people think it's going to be Odegaard in the 10. At the moment, I'm keeping an open mind. Maybe it's a fluid system where they all just rotate in a 4. I don't know. It's got one game to work. Whatever the experiment is, guys, it's got one game to work. This is mad, isn't it? Spursy. What do you reckon? Odegaard in the 10? Thank you, Manny.
I don't know. It's saying Son here. I've looked at 2 now. It's saying that they're going to play Son there. And again, if they put him there as a 10, he's not there as a Maddison 10 as such, a playmaker. For me, he's more of a Dele Alli sort of shadow striker that could actually do something there. But we don't play that way. Ange don't play that way. Is he all of a sudden going to change that part of his tactics for this game? For the next game, I very much doubt it. It's the only one there I see with any capability, and I haven't seen much of it because he doesn't really play that much, but is the only one I've seen who's got any creativity in that team. I don't see how Odegaard can work as a 10, as a playmaker as such.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It just doesn't. I don't know what to say to it, really. It doesn't really make sense with any of it.
I don't think.
By the way, people in the chat, when they're saying why would we play them before a final, listen. I really feel that people need to understand how professional athletes work, and these are athletes. Whichever way we look at it, they are athletes. You can't just turn it on and off. You can't just say don't play for 2 weeks. Like Van der Ven and Romero are going to have had no game time, right? No game time for 2 weeks. You know, they've not travelled to Villa Park. Like you know, suddenly we're going, right, Van der Ven, go. Right, Romero, go. We saw what happened when they both didn't play for a while before. They came in against Chelsea and both looked really rusty and one went off injured. I just think it's a risk. It's a real risk for me.
I think
Only my opinion.
I think he's used. I think he's ran and ragged in training, mate. I think that's what's happened. Because there's no other reason for it, and like I said earlier, I think he's leaving as well. Because there's no other reason why he can't play them today. No other reason, because we're not on form at the moment. So
at least Van der Ven 45, Romero 45. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No reason.
It's
no
mad.
minutes. Yeah, Bentancur. I'm sorry, but just because he had an all right game against Bolo Glint, which he should be because he should be a good player, right? He hasn't been in good form this season. He's been rubbish. He wasn't good against Crystal Palace. You know what I mean? But Basuma, I absolutely agree with you because I didn't think of it. What you said, Savva. He hasn't had that many games in midfield. He's got to go against Fernandez, Casemiro, and
Casemiro.
Ugarte,
Yeah.
who are playing. I think they're playing today, aren't they? Are they playing today?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's it. Should we have a look at the Man United 11? Let's have a look. So Man United have gone like this. Man United have gone, listen to this 11. Onana, Mazraoui, Maguire, Shaw, Amad Diallo, Ugarte, Casemiro, Dorgu, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, Højlund. So it's almost, give or take. Look, looking at the bench, give or take, it's almost full strength. I think you've got to play them. I do. I genuinely think this is madness. And lots of people in the chat going like, sorry, Ash, you're my guy. You know, I love you to bits, dude. But when you're saying things like, imagine Basuma gets injured, but they're going to be training between now and Wednesday. What if they get injured in training? Like, it's their job. This is their job. You can't use the excuse for 2 to 3 months before a final that what if they get injured? What if they get injured? Like, come on, man. God, where's the winning mentality that Ange had to go about us last year with the Man City game? Where's that?
Again, it's like I say, we've made that Man U game now. I'd say that's about 7 out of 11, which is a strong team. And that is the sort of thing we should be doing, 6 or 7 out of 11 sort of thing. Yeah, a couple of players, I get it, leave them out, chop and change them around, whatever, mess about with it in the game if you have to and that. But again, starting a whole team like that. But we did this in the last game as well.
Both games, Dan.
Both
games.
I could understand it more on this game. It's the fact that we've done it on both games. And again, at least put half your full team on there, or ones that need some time on the pitch, like Richarlison, like you said, Basuma as well. I didn't think of that one. I can get it. It just does not look right in any means or manner to me.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, as Daniela said, everybody grow up. Come on, everyone grow up. Listen, look, there will be those that say, yeah, it's absolutely right to wrap players up. I get it. I love this. Rasta Savva, big up. That's quite a nice picture of me, isn't it? I like that. Might do my hair like that. Listen, I get it. I understand people saying just wrap them up because we've had injuries. But you've seen Man United have not done it the game before a final because you've got to get some momentum. Crystal Palace didn't do it a game before a final, right? When are Chelsea playing their finals? Anyone know?
I think it's the week after.
Are they the week after?
I think it's a week after, yeah. Because then I think the Champions League game's on the Saturday that week, I think.
And I bet you, so Betis Chelsea is the 28th. I bet you on the 25th when they play Nottingham Forest to try and secure Champions League football, I bet you Chelsea go full strength. We're going to be the only team that's going into these finals that is putting out a complete reserve side. I think it's a dangerous strategy for me, but hey, it is what it is, guys. Let's talk Regulon. If I'm Regulon and he's picking me tonight, I'm going, nah, mate. Nah. Are you kidding me?
That is exactly what I've been basically saying with just looking at that team again with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 of those players know that even if they have the game of their life, they still ain't touching the next game. I mean, and there's been times where Regulon could have been used because he is a left back, a left wing back, whatever you want to call him. And we haven't used him at all. And then he just goes and drops him in there. If he's got the full mentality and the heart to go and give it 100% today, I'll go and give him a gold medal myself. Because I wouldn't I'll speak for myself. I very much doubt I would have the full heart and mentality to go out and give it my all for the game like that, where I've just been dropped in it for the sake of it, basically. And even if I have the game of my life, I'm still not touching the next game. Like what I've been saying with the players, they know they ain't seen that final, most of them, bar maybe two of them.
Mm.
Well, this is for Aston Villa now to beat us. Really, to be honest with you, I do feel sorry for.
Yeah,
I feel sorry for more. I do feel sorry for more. Listen, with youngsters, it's very difficult for me to start getting really excited about youngsters, like that, because they're very young, and we all been young in time. But he's been given so many promises, and really, to be honest, it's kind of ended up being a bit of a flop for him, isn't it? Really, this season, you know. Um, and it'd be interesting to see what he does next season. Um, the fact that he's got a game today, I mean, he must be happy that he's going to Aston Villa, but at the same time, he must think, well, with the form of some of the wingers that we've got at the moment, he must be just sitting there thinking, why have I not had a chance? You know what I mean? Why have I not had the chance the last few weeks? Because let's be honest here, yes, we got through the Europa League, the last two rounds, but our attack hasn't been that great. It's been awful. I mean, it's let's be honest. It's only been it's been absolutely awful. We haven't scored. We've been struggling to score goals, especially since Madison's come out the team because of injury. So and Burval's been okay. Because he's been very busy. But yeah, I think people like Madison, no, Moore must be very, very confused at the moment. And be interested to see how he performs today. If he's able to perform, because looking at that midfield, how are they going to get it to him? So he's going to be able to do what he can do. You see what I'm saying? This is why this lineup's really disappointing and such, because you put in these youngsters like Mikey Moore, Tell, and Alderbear in a team which hasn't really got a midfield to support them, so they're able to do what they want to do. You see what I'm saying? So
I agree.
By
the way, I might have gone a bit early with the Man United team. I do apologise. The app that I've used, apparently, the Man United team isn't out yet. I might have gone a bit early. So I might have to eat a little bit of humble pie in a minute if I see the Man United team and it's not that. But we'll see what it is when it comes out. But Alex, I just, it's difficult, isn't it? It is difficult at this stage of the season to, you want to see a team play well. You want to see, when he said, I'm going to use these two games to prepare for the final, little did I know he meant, I'm going to use these two games to completely do nothing that's got anything to do with Bilbao. I just don't get it. I'm just a bit bemused.
I think you've learned now not to listen to Ange. I think you've learned now not to listen to Ange now. You know what I mean? Because I've zoned out a long time ago what he says now. To be honest with you, he's just very hypocritical as far as I'm concerned. So it is what it is, isn't it? Really.
I mean, here you go. I got the team wrong. It's still strong. Onana in goal. Maguire, Mazraoui, Lindelof. Mount, Bruno Fernandes, Højlund, Dorgu, Amad Diallo, Casemiro, Shaw. So they've still got a strong team out. I just, my point stands. My blushes are spared. Big up to Matty K. Little Matty K, how are your exams going? Have you got any more knowledge on football yet in the last 2 weeks since we last spoke? Let me know. Hope you're well, Matty. Much love. Thank you very much. And big up to Jordan, who has said, a very generous super chat indeed, has said, we will concede 2 or 3 tonight. And someone like Danso, our fans will say he is poor, even when he has Gray and Sarr in front of him and Davis next to him. Imagine if Danso was Romero tonight. Jordan, I think you're spot on. The problem is we seem to judge a lot of these second string players when they're playing with the rest of the second string rather than, I'd like to see what would happen if Danso played in the first 11, so to speak, alongside Van der Ven, rather than always playing alongside Davis and Reggie and you know what I mean? So listen, mate, I completely agree. Danny, I'll come to you with 28 minutes till kickoff. We will concede 2 or 3 tonight. 2 or 3? Is he right? Are we conceding 2 or 3, or can you see it being less or more?
Easily.
Thank you.
Easily
2 or 3.
Easily. I mean, again, at the end of the day, anything can happen. This Spurs team could go out there and win this game 3-0. What are the chances of it? I'd have to put a pound on it because I'd probably end up a rich man after. But my point is, you just look at them two, and especially that midfield more than anything. And then with Watkins coming down the middle, with Davis there, I don't see I see them scoring a minimum of 3. If we score 1, I think we're lucky. I see this being a 3-4-1 to Villa, just looking at the teams.
If we
Hopefully
get anything
I'm
out this
totally
game,
wrong, but go on, Alex. If we get anything out this game, mate, I am going to be shocked.
well, if we get anything out this game and we win the game, well, they should be in line for to get into the next week's game then, as far as I'm concerned.
You know that's not happening, right?
I'm not. I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there because, like,
what if Michael Moore plays tonight, bags a hat trick?
That's what I've been saying. If you'd have started in the last game and this game, and he goes and scores a hat trick on both of them, with one of them, we can both all 3 of us can pretty much sit here and say, along with pretty much everyone on the side, there's a 95% chance he ain't starting in that final. So again, it goes back to my point of how can you even expect the players to be able to go in there and give it their all when they just know they're not going to get anywhere fast with it. The result is pretty much irrelevant. We're not going to get relegated or get any higher and everything else.
Well, the only way
it is, I suppose, isn't it?
The only way that what could happen then, basically, okay, devil's advocate, they could just play for themselves. They can go out for themselves.
Very true.
You know what I mean? And just say, well, screw you. You know what I mean? They could do that if they've got the arrogance. You know what I mean? I look at Spence and he have that attitude. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm not saying that because Villa can miss chances because opponents are missing chances. So what if Tottenham do get the result? I mean, so if Tottenham do get the result, that should be them saying, and I know, Dan, you're absolutely spot on what you're saying. 99%, they're not going to get into the team for the final. Yeah, 99% not getting for the
Alex,
final.
how about looking the other way? How about looking at the other way? If they do get a result tonight, either a draw or win, doesn't that just completely eradicate everyone's arguments that we haven't been able to win any games for the last 10 games because of the final and rotating players?
Absolutely.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Right? It's like when we played Man City with without Van de Ven and Romero. I was told that we can only win games when Van de Ven and Romero play, but we beat Man City 4-0 without them. The excuses in this fan base are honestly no wonder other fan bases don't take us seriously. Honestly, no wonder they don't take us seriously. We have got the winning mentality of an under 6, club scout team. It is unbelievably bad at this club right now.
Berval is looked as the next Yamal because, the thing is, though, the reason why I say that, I was in the group. It's like, Berval's training, right? Berval's in and I was like, who cares? He's not playing. He ain't gonna play. He's gonna be injured. He should worry about his fitness now. You know what I mean? Those few games, those few months that he was okay, right? That's done now. He can't play in the final now. Don't care about him anymore. He just needs to worry about getting fit next season. But because our fan base, because we've done nothing this season, and we only got the Europa League, and Berval's shown a little bit of promise, this fan base, we've got to watch what he's doing and stuff like that. And I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So I'm going to sneeze. Sorry.
You can swear.
No, I was going to sneeze. Oh, I
thought you were going to swear. Because I don't mind swearing. It's just a steam bomb. Big up to my man, Stanley Cush. How you doing? Listen, I said 4-1 earlier. And this is the portion of the evening where I'm going to ask everybody. First of all, smash those bloody likes. There's 505 of you in here and 164 likes. Smash that like button, please. Please, please, please. And also, we are 240 away from 18,000. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please subscribe to Mr. Box Office. Please subscribe to the Hotspur Hood. I want to know what Alex is eating. Alex, what are you eating?
It's from Pizza Hut. It's what is
pizza.
it? Oh. No, not pizza.
Is it pizza from Pizza Hut?
No, it's a sandwich, cheese. I forgot what it's called now. Oh, I have to find it out.
Okay, I've got it. Something from Pizza Hut. Do you know what? Yeah. I cannot tell you the last time I had a Pizza Hut. I genuinely couldn't tell you the last time I had Pizza Hut. But now I'm hungry, so I'll have to.
Other restaurants are available, by the way. Other restaurants are available, so I have to say that.
Pizza Hut, I wouldn't touch out of a barge pole. Papa John's.
Just to put it out there right now, I'm not sponsored by Pizza Hut or any other pizza restaurants or any restaurants or anyone. I'm not sponsored by anyone. If you work for a company that would like to sponsor me, feel free. Papa John's. I'm a fan of. I like Papa John's. I like their sides. I like their sides.
Barbecue chicken melt. Barbecue chicken melt. That's what it's called.
Getting back to the football. Let's first of all check. Have we hit the like button? Come on, guys. Come on, smash that like button. Guys and girls in the chat, this is your time to give us a score prediction. Just so you know, if you write in the chat 3-1, I will assume that because the 3 is first, that Aston Villa are at home, I will assume you mean Villa win. So it's easier if you just say 3-1 Spurs, 2-1 Villa, whatever it is you want to say. Draws, you don't need to. I completely understand how draws work. Look, we've got to look at the midfield too today. I do worry, guys. Papasar and Gray in the midfield together, you would have at least thought we would have matched them up 3 for 3. And I think what you were talking about earlier, Dan, about the way they'll play, I think what they'll probably do is allow Kamara and Anna to be in a 2 and let McGinn be the one that goes. Like I think McGinn will be he runs all day, he drives forward. I think this is a complete mismatch in midfield. I might be wrong, egg on my face at the end of the game, but I think this is the biggest mismatch I've seen all year in the Premier League of midfields.
Bar maybe Liverpool one. And
yeah.
And I agree with that. And if you remember, McGinn, another one I said a while ago, same as you did, and one or two others did, but he's another one that's not good enough for Spurs as well. I would kill to have him in that midfield of ours. He's a player that I would quite happily pick out of a majority of Premier League players because of the way he would play for the formation, whatever I would use. He's a solid player. He's one of those players, McGinn, that I think, like you said about Gallagher, and it took me a while to agree with you on that one, to look from it the other side, because Gallagher wasn't one that interested me either. But when you actually do look at it and you look at those sort of players, I think they're sort of players that a majority of the time you don't really notice them on the pitch. You notice them if they're not on the pitch.
I agree.
If you get where I'm coming from. Because they do more the dirty work. They do more, they just get the ball, pass it away. They just do the dirty job. And a lot of people who seem to always do the dirty work don't really get the credit. It's the one who does the flash pass or scores the goal or does the good run or whatever else. The one who does the dirty job of getting the ball off the other team and getting rid of it. They're the ones you always notice more when they're not on the pitch. And I think he's definitely one of those sort of players. But like you said, I mean, I'm going to sit here and say I think the score's going to be 3-1 to Villa, and I'm being positive as far as I'm concerned looking at them teams.
Well, let's have a look while Alex
it's going to be totally wrong, but
let's have a look at some of the score predictions, shall we? So Dazza has gone with 3 or 4-0 to Villa. 3-1 Villa from Christopher. Thanks, Christopher. But 3-1 to Villa from Glenn. Big up, Glenn, the stat guy, my stat guy. You better not be giving stats to any other YouTubers, Glenn. I'm hoping that's our bond. I'm hoping that's our thing. Big up to you, my man. 5-1 says Nick Gray to Villa. 5-0 Villa. Matty K, I'm just disregarding you. 6-1 to Villa, says Marios. 4-1 Villa. Stanley Cush has gone for the old Desmond 2-2. Neil Gunner has gone with 4-1 to Aston Villa. By the way, the teams, as they're just coming up on my screen again, Kinski, Spence, Danso, Davis, Reggie, Gray and Sarr. Sky have put Moore on the right, Son on the left, and Odegaard in the 10 with Tell up front. But it could be anything. All four of those could be anywhere. Vicario, Basuma, Richie, Solanke, Johnson, Porro, Bentancur, Casanova, who's got to come on. What a name. And Ulasesi. Poor Ajayi still can't get any minutes after rescuing us against Elfsborg. 4 or 5-1 Villa, says Alfie Hall. Adam has said 4-0 Villa, 4-0 Villa, 4-1 Villa, 5-0 Villa. God, if I'm negative, God, you lot are all negative as well, right? If I'm called negative. 4-0, 3-0, 3-1. I haven't seen anyone say Spurs yet. 3-1, Mazda Goat, 4-all. Well, Villa 5-2, Villa 2-0, 3-1, 3-1. 2-0 Villa, 5-1 Villa, 5-0 Villa, 3-1 Villa. If John McGinn did grab some goals tonight, I'd be happy to see Matt. By the way, Matt was blocked permanently, by the way, earlier by Ben Kaufman. Dun, dun, dun. The mod father had enough, overruled me. He overruled me on my own channel, and out went Matt. Do not cross Ben. Do not cross him. Listen, I'm looking through to see if there's any. John Francis has gone with a 2-1 Spurs. Here we go. Tottenham Hotspur defeats in a season, the most in the Premier League history. It is this season. Before that, there was 2 seasons at 19 and 1 season at 18. Mad, innit? Just mad. What do you say at this stage?
It's basically, what more can you say? I mean, basically, since I've been there, we've had more of a laugh than anything, because you just look at it and how can you actually take this game serious? When you look at the players on there, how can you take? I mean, if we go and win this, for me, this is going to be a major win in the aspect of the structure of either team.
I think this would be our best win of the season.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah.
I'll be interested to see how we play. That's the thing. If we play Angeball, I'm not going to be happy. Well, I should know. Why am I saying that for? I know we're going to play Angeball. Why am I saying that for? You know what I mean? But it's the final. It just confuses me how you can mix the two and change from one place to another place, because I know we're not going to play the way we normally play in the Premier League. In the Europa League, I know we're not going to do that, so it's just very confusing for me. Very confusing why we can't do the consistent thing. This team confuses me, man.
I agree, Matty K. I can't mark your words. You're the one who told me that Archie Gray gets into about 7 or 8 Premier League midfields, mate. I just can't take your word. I'm sorry. I love you to bits, dude. I just can't do it. I really can't do it. Daniel said, Gray is generational. We should be fine, right? Well, again, this is going to be another opportunity for Gray to show what he's about. And when people are saying, yeah, but it's a tough game, it's a tough ground, look who he's against. Guys, this is the Premier League. This is the whole point that we've said all year, Dan. If you buy a kid who's not ready, this is the men he's going to be playing against each week.
If he's that much of a good player and he's in that first team, when we bring him into the first 11, can anyone blame if he gets judged the same way as someone? If he's good enough for the team, he's good enough for the team. I mean, obviously, you can pick at certain things and say, okay, he's not quite ready for a Liverpool or this one or whatever else. There's certain other games that you should be more likely doing it in, like the Southampton, like a Leicester, like an Ipswich, games like that. But is it a bad thing if he's going to get judged as a first 11 player that he's good enough to be in midfield? Because we paid 40 million for him to be a midfielder, as far as I knew. So would it even be wrong if he gets judged for the game playing in the midfielder, whether it's against Southampton or Villa?
Yeah, Dan, just quickly, by the way, I'm just looking at some stats. You know me. Tottenham Hotspur at the moment are currently with a +4 goal difference, right? +4 goal difference. With 59 goals conceded. Now, I'm looking through the history books. I've always got Spurs League finishes and all the data. We conceded 61 last year, 63 the year before. our worst in Premier League history is 60. Hang on, was that Premier League? 92, 93 was Premier League, right? It was the first Premier League year. Is that right?
91, wasn't it? Something like that. Give or take a year. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. Can anyone confirm? So if 92, 93, hang on, I'll tell you what, how lazy.
Was it
What
91,
was the first
92,
ever Premier
92,
League
93?
season?
On the 1st of May, Brentford beat Nottingham.
No, that's not what I asked. What year was the first Premier League season?
92,
So
93.
92, 93. So the first ever Premier League season, guys, we conceded our most ever goals, which was 66. After that, the worst lowest is 63. We're on 59, right? With Brighton and Villa. Again, this guy might break more records. It's at this stage, isn't it? Like Dan, you said just now, it's funny now, isn't it? Like, it's just funny.
It's just one of those things. You might as well laugh instead of cry, the way I see certain things. That's why, again, I said when we didn't get rid of Ange in December, to me, the rest of the season, to an extent, the league was irrelevant because I was pretty sure how it was going to go. You do get to that point where you get numb to it. Yeah, I can understand you should want to win every game. I do want to win every game. I want Spurs to win every game. But I'm sort of at that point of, do I care to the point that it's going to bother me if we don't? No, it's not. Because I saw this coming 3 months ago. So why have I got to go and wind myself up after every game when it's just the same crap that it's been for 18 months? When you knew the manager, as from Christmas, when we had a chance to get another one in just for the meantime even, was going to do the same thing over and over again anyway. Why am I going to get myself to the point where I'm actually bothered that we lost? I should be bothered. But if I'm going to be honest, I'm really not.
Listen.
I do want to win. I want us to win, but I just really don't care that much if we lose because he's just done and dusted.
Yeah. Look, it's going to be interesting. By the way, so tonight at 8:15 as well, there is Chelsea versus Manchester United, which again is an interesting game. Man United have gone very strong in that game, and bearing in mind they've got a final in 5 days. And to be fair, Man U for me are doing the right thing, not just for them, but I think it's only fair for the league because Aston Villa tonight will be licking their lips, and Aston Villa's opponents for that Champions League race, guys, are going to be well pissed off at Spurs, aren't they? Not that we care. I'm just saying, as a football talking point.
But Amrin made his cards clear from after he got to the Europa League final. He says he needs to play the full team because even if we do win Europa League, he says it's a bad season for Manchester United. This is not the standard.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So he's quite clear. Even saying, hinted, right? I don't want to twist his. I don't want to be misquoted, but he's saying if I'm not good enough, I'll be out. Even he's saying it. You know what I mean? So he knows the standard. You know what I mean? So, and how long has he been in the job for? Not a long time. You know what I mean? And he's not accepting how many losses he's had. He thinks it's disgusting. He's ashamed. You know what I mean? So, regardless, I think that there's different mentality from the two managers who are going out tonight. You know what I mean? Ange is not showing that for me. And, you know, Amrin, they have been absolutely terrible. Got to be honest, Man United in the league. They've been terrible. There's no doubt about it. And I mean, to be honest with you, like I say, we're so lucky that those teams who are in the bottom three were so awful this year. So awful this year. You know what I mean? Because this game would have been more. If Ipswich or Southampton or Leicester were actually putting a fight up, you watch, we would be playing a full team. You know what I mean? Mm. Forget just the Europa League. We would be playing a full team because there's no way they could afford being in a relegation battle this time of the season. You know what I mean? So We're just lucky, very, very lucky.
Alex, I'm just so I'm literally I'm sitting here looking through these goals conceded records, and honestly, like depending on who the manager was, we've gone from 2016, 2017 when Poch conceded 26. Then we went to 36, 39, 45, 47, 40, 63, 61, and now we're on 59 with 2 games left. Every time you think that it's inconceivable that Spurs are going to do something in a game to break a record or just look embarrassing, it's there. I'm not saying we're going to concede 7 tonight. I'm not. But again, it's going to be,
But you wouldn't put it past it happening. That's just the problem at the moment. It's just, how many times have I sat here with so many people on here and said, well, that was the worst game we've played this season. And then the next game or the game after said, okay, it ain't going to get any worse than that. And then the next game, it's like, we can't play. We have managed to go from worse to worse to worse to worse, basically all through the season, where you just don't think it's going to get any worse than that. And then there's an even worse game, basically.
It's utterly balmy. By the way, in that year, right, where we conceded 66, we still finished 8th. We scored 60, let in 66, but still finished 8th. And that year, anyone want to have a guess who was our top goal scorer and how many goals he got?
Who? What year was
Teddy
that?
Sheringham with 28. So Teddy Sheringham got 28 goals in that season.
Was that Ardiles? Was that Ardiles? Because it sounds like Ardiles, wasn't it? Or
no,
not?
Ardiles would have been, hang on, I can tell you. I've got it right.
What year was it? What year was it?
92, 93.
No,
so it would have been. It was, of course it was. It was Doug Livermore and Ray Clements as joint managers.
Oh.
Doug Livermore and Ray Clements as joint managers. 66 goals conceded. Wow. Guys, I by the way, you're more than welcome to stay with me for the game. You're more than welcome. I don't mind. It's absolutely fine if you would like to. Cy Burge has said there's no defensive quality in midfield. Worrying. Cy, against that very strong, experienced Villa midfield, you would have surely just put one of the senior pros in there, wouldn't you? I don't even think it matters. But hey, it is what it is. Big up. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate you, my man. And big up to everybody who has smashed the like button. 240. We should be on about 300, 350. And as my man Perchie's just messaged me, with all these changes in the last 2 games and all these players being rested, 0 excuses on Wednesday night. Everyone's praising it. Yeah, rest them. No excuses. No rustiness. No rustiness. No, they need time to put. No. This is what we've chosen to do. Let's stick with it. The teams are in the tunnel. Sky will obviously go to one of their adverts. But I'm just even looking at Archie Gray line up here, guys, and he's just so frail. He's just so slight.
It's like there's certain games where you play certain players for a reason and certain games where you won't play that player for a reason. There'll be certain teams. This is what I mean by knowing how to read or adapt. It's not just always about tactics of how the whole team's going to play as such.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know that, right, their 2 centre mids are absolutely physically solid. So I might not put my best player there, but I'll put my best player for that situation there, or at least one of them who's got a physicality to stand with these 2 guys, if you get what I mean. But this is where I think a lot of people don't see football as deep as that. Maybe I'm wrong there, but this is part of what I call adapting. Certain games, you use certain players. Maybe not that he's the better player, but he is the more suited for that particular game against the players he's going to go against. And again, like I said, that is what I call adapting in games. Knowing that their left winger is, example, just stupidly fast and good at crossing, you make sure you've got 2 men on him at all times and you play with a left back, not an inverted left wing back. I mean, to me, that's common sense, but some would say otherwise. And
can I just say, Dan, I've got loads of people in the chat that are fans of Forest and Newcastle and Chelsea all going, come on, Spurs, do us a favour. I'm just going to apologise in advance to all those fan bases. I'm
Sorry.
just apologising. I'm really sorry. So Villa, again, so Boubacar Kamara and Onana in midfield with McGinn, Asensio and Rodgers in a free. That's how Sky are saying it, but whatever it is. And Ollie Watkins up front, who last week did become Aston Villa's all-time Premier League record goal scorer. Their bench, by the way, so the back four was Cash, Konza, Torres and Maatsen. Their bench is Olsen, Disasi, Mings. Thanks, Sky, for giving me 5 seconds to find that. Spurs are Kinski in goal. A back four of Spence, Danso, Davis, Regulon. A midfield two of Gray and Sarr. Both of them need to eat some McDonald's. They look so skinny. Mikey Moore, Odegaard and Son in a free, according to Sky, but we'll see. And then Matisse Tell up front, according to Sky. We'll see how they set up. Guys, are you sticking with me? Are you going? What is up to whatever you want to do?
I'm about a minute behind you on the game and that, so it's going to be frustrating to watch it and try and talk with it at the same time. I'm just looking at that team there, like you've just said, out of that entire team there, including Son and whatever, for me, the only player there that has got any sort of physicality is Danza.
Oh, God.
Would you say that's right or wrong?
I would say that's absolutely right, but have a look at the WhatsApp group. Have a look at the WhatsApp group I've just sent you. Right, guys, the game is going to get underway in a second. I'm testing the scoreboard. It hasn't started. You seen it? Have you seen it?
Still did tell me something was good.
By the way, NFFC 1865 Spurs have gone very, very weak, my man. I wouldn't count on us for any sort of favour. Wow, I can't believe he done it. Oh, wow.
Fair play, fella. Fair play.
Oh, wow, that is mad.
You want to give it, you got to take it. It works both ways when it comes to taking the piss. So fair play in that aspect. All right, I'm going to shoot and leave you to it, and let's just hope we try and pull something out of this. But I just don't see it happening. I'll catch up with you later. Take care.
See you, mate. Bye bye.
Everyone, people.
I'll leave you to it, mate. I'll leave you to
All
it.
right, mate. I'll see you later. You've got the links. See you later.
Okay.
So, Tottenham Hotspur away at Aston Villa. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Be very generous. And big up to my man, Aris, who always puts in the super stickers. Thank you very much. Very, very generous indeed. I really, really do appreciate you. So thank you very much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big up to you, Aris. Right, don't worry, the game hasn't started yet. There isn't 1 second gone. I just always put that in there to make sure that I know I've got the scoreboard working. So Aston Villa, Tottenham, Spurs are going to get us kicked off. It looks like Matisse. No, it looks like Odegaard is going to get us off and underway. And there we go. We're off and underway. Hopefully I've got the timer in line with Sky Sports. I have. So Spurs play the ball forward, headed clear by Konsa, then on again by Asensio. And Aston Villa with a ball over the top immediately, but Kinski will come out and puts that into touch for a throw on. So a throw on for Aston Villa down on the left-hand side. They played it early. Now gone back into Pau Torres at centre-back. Sophie, man, you have gone strong. Man, you have gone strong, Sophie. I agree with you with Spurs, but man, you have picked a very strong lineup indeed. I really have. Let's have a look. Let's see what happens here tonight. First minute gone. Aston Villa just going to settle into a pattern here of having the ball. Pau Torres puts his foot on it. It's a very, very sunny day. Here's Pau Torres, goes across to Konza. All the players are doing this. There's a lot of sun streaming across. Here's Cash. Plays the ball back to Konsa. Spurs immediately have got everyone behind the ball. Everyone behind the ball, Tottenham Hotspur at the moment in our own half. As Villa sweep the ball forward to Cash, who's got all the freedom of Villa Park on the right. Cash whips the ball in, blocked by Reggie. Back to Cash. Here's Kamara. He plays it across. And Villa at the moment having all the football, as you would imagine. And here's Konsa. I mean, I guess this is what we're going to have to do, right? Is really, it looks like, by the way, it looks like it's Matisse Tell in the striker position with Odegaard in the 10. Odegaard in the 10. So Sonny's gone left immediately. So Tell up top. Moore is right. Odegaard 10. And Sonny left. So last 10 games in the Premier League, Aston Villa are top of the form table in the last 10 games with 24 points. Tottenham are bottom. No. Sorry, Stanley getting a bit brave there. No. So Spurs at the moment haven't really strung even 2 passes together. Kinski now can knock the ball long. It's gone all. It's a really poor goal kick, and it's gone all the way into the Aston Villa half and out for a throw-in to Aston Villa. And here's Emi Martinez. Plays the ball. I think this could be a long night. I've got a feeling it's going to be a long night without the ball. Here's the ball out wide to Matty Cash. He gives it away to Papasar, though. Papasar gives it to Son. Son goes back into Reggie. Back to Davis, back to Kinski. It's all going to be about, can Spurs get out of their half? We don't have that link in midfield, do we? Here's Danso, gives it to Archie Gray. I always feel that Archie Gray never looks like he's in the right body position. He sprays it wide to Danso, gives it to... We're still in our own half, by the way. All this passing, we're still in our own half. Now the ball back to Davis. Can he step out into midfield? He plays a long ball over the top. It's a good ball to Son. Sonny is through on goal. Shoot! Oh, Sonny, shoot! Why on earth did Son not shoot? Sonny with the ball down the channel. Why did he not wrap his left foot around that and shoot? What are we doing? Sorry, is that just me? I mean, I don't care if you're not fit. Put your laces through it, man. Anyway, here's Pau Torres. He's played the ball into Rogers. He's being McGinn, sorry, who's holding off Gray. He's going to be far too strong for Gray. Now the ball goes back into Anana. Now to Pau Torres, who's advanced forward. Spurs with everyone behind the ball again. There's a ball whipped in. It's gone across everyone. And Kinski, for me, I can't tell whether he did well there or flapped. I'll have a look in a minute. But Watkins has got the ball the other end of the area. The ball's played in. Aston Villa, Watkins shoots low into the arms of Kinski. I want to see that again. But I'm not sure whether Kinski flapped at that or whether it was good goalkeeping. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. No, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. At first, it looked like he was flapping. There's a shot over the bar by John McGinn. Can you bear with me 1 second? Bear with me. Villa starting to get in their stride now. Just Tottenham, again, it's going to be a lot of balls over the top, isn't it, for Spurs? I think that's the only way we're going to do anything here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We're chasing down the 18,236 away from the 18,000. I might do it half time. Who knows, Mark? Watch this space. Who knows? I might do. So Kinski with the ball, edge of the 18-yard box, picks it up, rolls it out to Danso, goes back to Kinski. He fires the ball long. And Matty Cash this time falls over, gets up. He's lost it, as he know. In the end, he gets it back to Martinez. Martinez now plays it wide to Konza. And now Aston Villa will bring the ball out from the right-hand side of the defence again. It looks like it's almost like Odeberg in the 10. I can't read. It looks to me more like Odeberg, but almost telling Odeberg almost swapping. So here is Konsa into Matty Cash. Konsa still on the ball. He's stepped past Tell. Now gives it to Matty Cash on the right. Matty Cash has seen a lot of the football. Stanley, what are you looking for? Stanley, what are you looking for, Stanley? Stanley, stop. So it's all Aston Villa at the moment, but you would argue the best chances come to us. Sonny got a score there. Here's the ball out wide to Pau Torres, who's really far advanced into John McGinn, who goes past Archie Gray like he's not there. Now lays the ball off to Morgan Rogers. He has a shot, and it's high and wide. Sorry, it wasn't Morgan Rogers. It was Matson. It's gone high and wide. Big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to EdX. How you been, man? EdX saying a very generous super chat. Thank you very much, mate. I said Emery is a proper coach. Ange is out of his depth. Yeah, listen, Emery's a seasoned European winning manager, isn't he? And Ange is not. So, look, thank you very much, Ed. I completely agree with you. But it is funny, Ed, right? Because, I mean, Ed, if we look at, he uses this game, we suddenly go to more of a low block and sit back. By the way, John McGinn's won the ball high up with a press. Now the ball's gone inside to Asensio. He's done well. He's still got the ball. He's laid it off here to Kamara. The ball's gone back into Kamara. But Spurs can bring it away with Papa Sarr. We've just got no out. And Mikey Moore's lost the ball. And the ball's gone out wide for a throw into Tottenham. Yeah, I keep hearing from Lubo and the likes that that's where he plays. I don't see it. I literally don't see it. He just looks like a kid playing with men. Here Here, Spurs have won the ball. It's now played out. This is better. The ball's played out to Davis. He gives it to Son just by the halfway line. He's got pitch to run into. He's one-on-one with Matty Cash. He's got Reggie overlapping. Son's whipped it in, and it's a poor ball and a poor clearance. Spurs have got a corner. Sonny's looks off it for me. Big up to absolutely everyone. If anyone hasn't checked out my video earlier with Deji, please do. Thank you for people. A lot of people seem to like it, so big up to you. Emery is a world-class bottler. I mean, what a stupid thing to say. The man's won 4 European trophies. What on earth are we doing here? What on earth? What a stupid thing to say that is. 4 European trophies, and he's a world-class bottler. Wow. Spurs fans are stupid. Emi Martinez catches that. Big up to Soulboy. Said, why am I torturing myself, Savva? Big up to you, my man. Listen, it's what we do. We're Spurs fans. We torture ourselves. Big up to you. Maybe we can nick a win here. Who knows? I don't think so. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Big up to you. Thank you very much, Soulboy. I honestly, we had this the other day. People saying the belittling. So because he's never won the Champions League, he's a serial bottler. Sorry, mate, you're sounding really stupid there. How many managers get to win the Champions League? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Who has Unai Emery managed that he should have been winning the Champions League with? Exactly. Oh, my God. Honestly, I find Spurs fans such hard work. Just say such stupid shit. Honestly, yeah, I'm talking about you, LB, in the chat. Not the LB. So hang on. So this man's got to 5 Europa League finals and won 4, 1 Champions League final and lost, and he's a serial bottler. What are we doing? Stop. I'm not going to bring up your stupid comments. Stupid comments. Honestly. Anyway, here's Matty Cash. Down the line to Asensio. Asensio whips the ball in. It's headed clear. Odegaard brings it down. Sonny gets it back to Odegaard, who's got space to run into. He goes back out wide to Son. It's all a bit slow. Get it in, Sonny. Sonny cuts in, has a dig, and it's over the bar. That was much better from Son. Much better. That's what he should have done with the chance. Cuts inside, whips one over the bar, but that was much better. And this is what Spurs are going to have to rely on. We're going to have to rely on those quick counterattacks. We're going to have to rely on it. Sonny did well, and then it wasn't the worst effort, but it was always going high, but much better from Son. That, for me, is what he should have done when he got the first opportunity. But that's a good chance for Spurs. 15 minutes in, 0-0. We'll be the happier of it with this. I wouldn't say it looks good so far. I thought he was absolutely dreadful when he went through on goal. That was better. I would say it's 50-50. A much better effort that time. There's the ball over the top, cleared by Ben Davis. And here is Serge Reguilon. And we've got to look for those quick out balls down the flank. That's where we're getting... absolutely, Bobby. Absolutely. We've always looked better as a counter-attacking team, not a possession-based team. Absolutely. Here's Sonny again. Plays a ball into Odegaard. Odegaard has laid it off to Tell. Spurs have got bodies over here. What can we do? Tell, what have you got? The ball flicked in. Shot by Odegaard. Saved by Martinez. That was better from Tottenham. We are a counter-attacking team. No more possession. No more possession-based. Counter-attack. That is where we look good. That was much better as Spurs have given away a free kick to Aston Villa on the halfway line. Much better there. We're getting joy down this left-hand side. Sonny put it into Odegaard, who gave it to Tell. Tell put in a decent ball into the box. And then Odegaard's shot was more of a flick than anything. Let's have a look at it again. Tell, nice pass in, and it was a cheeky little effort. Martinez should save it and did save it. But that was a nice move. And we're getting some joy down this left. Here's Cash, blocked by Serge Reguilon, and the ball goes out for a throw-on. Again, when we don't play that silly possession shoehorse football, we look better. Isn't it funny? We always look better when we don't play Ange ball. So much better. But early days, let's see what we've got here. Aston Villa, everyone in our half at the moment, which will suit us because if we get to counter, then it could be okay. Here's Konza to Pau Torres. Matson back to Torres. Torres goes across to Konza. Now into Kamara. He plays it in, lost. Really well done there by Serge Reguilon. Then a foul given away by Kamara and a free kick to Tottenham just in front of our own penalty area. So Aston Villa 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0, 17 minutes gone. So Aston Villa with the ball. Again, we've seen the pattern here. Yeah, we've seen the pattern here. Villa are going to have all the possession. Spurs are going to counter. It's all going to be about who does it more effectively. Reggie is beaten by Cash. Gets back at him, though. Did well to get back at him. And Reggie looks rusty. I'm not surprised. I can't remember the last time he played. Here's Anana. And now Pau Torres goes across to Matson, who goes one more to McGinn. Down the line to Anana. He's giving it back to McGinn. Back to Anana. Anana's swung in an early ball. The ball's flicked over and a decent save by Kinski there. That was Aston Villa's best chance. The cross came in from John McGinn. Let's look at this again. McGinn to Anana. Anana whipped in the ball. Rodgers ghosted in, got a little flick, and Kinski's tipped it round the bar. And again, we just kind of went to sleep a little bit there, but a good outstretched arm by Kinski. Good save in the end. Yeah, counter-attacking well. I would say that is what I'd say. We're counter-attacking well. Just got to be careful for getting caught like that. Now John McGinn dinks a high ball into the box. Danso clears it only as far as Anana, who brings it down, lays it out wide to Asensio. He puts it in. Archie Gray gets the block. Cleared by Danso again. And this time won by Kamara. Ball up in the air. Kamara wins it again. Now Sarr hooks it forward, wasteful, straight into the arms of Martinez. Reezy, just calm down. When you say play like this, we've had 2 counter-attacks. Calm down. What? How do I remember the names of the players? I don't know. Doesn't everyone know? Again, this is why people get really frustrated, Reezy. Just calm down. Listen, play like what? We've had 2 counter-attacks. Relax. Yes, they were promising, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, still Aston Villa with the ball. Again, we're just going to have to wait for those moments. We're going to have to wait for those moments, aren't we? Because Villa are going to control the game. We know that. And they have controlled the entirety of the game. But the 2 counter-attacks we've had... Yeah, I do think everyone's getting a bit carried away. Yeah, we've had a couple of counter-attacks. I do feel like everyone's getting a little bit carried away. Let's see. 20 minutes gone. Again, all Aston Villa. Spurs with everyone behind the ball. Kamara fouled by Archie Gray. And Kamara wins a free kick for Aston Villa. And absolutely, Ben, we are a much better counter-attacking team. Again, I hate all the possession for the possession's sake when you don't have the players to do it. Anyway, it's a free kick to Aston Villa. Spurs have got everyone on the edge of the box apart from Mikey Moore and I think that's Odeberg. Yeah, Aston Villa have had a couple of chances as well. Yeah, I agreed, Mark. But there goes a ball whipped into the box, headed away. Morgan Rogers is going to get there first and he sees it out. Sorry, Kamara's going to get there first. I wish Sky would pan in a bit for the camera. Bobby, I've never seen it. I don't get it. I don't even see when they say the promise of a young player. I don't know what he does. And people like little Matty Kay think he gets into the Brentford team. Aston Villa, wasted chance again, just played through us. Ollie Watkins got the ball in the box. And let's be fair, he should have had a shot. He tried to lay in Asensio and he should have shot. But hey, Aston Villa controlling the game. Spurs trying to counter-attack. There's the ball pumped forward by Kinski. And now Matty Cash can drive forward with a ball. And there's a foul given away. Matty K, no, I'm not forgetting it. You told me he gets in 7 or 8 Premier League midfields. Doesn't matter if he's 18. Don't say these things if you want to caveat that he's 18. The reason I don't think he does is because he doesn't look ready and is 18. You say silly stuff like he gets into all these teams. He doesn't get into all these teams. He's not ready. You can see it a mile off. He is not ready. You said more than that. And no, he doesn't get in any of those midfields. He's not ready. He's not ready. I think he's a championship centre midfielder at best. Anyway, here's Matty Cash on the right-hand side. Again, it's all Villa. We're just looking for those opportunities on the counter-attack, aren't we? Matty Cash whips the ball in, headed away by Reggie. It's fallen to Son. He's going to keep it in. He goes back to Reggie. He slices it high and clear. And Konza will win that. Yep. And again, Villa are going to come back at us. It's all Aston Villa. I just think when people say things like, you've got to remember he's 18. No. Stop hyping him up if he's only 18. If he's only 18, stop hyping him up. You can't, being a championship midfielder at 17 is amazing. Sure, but then he played the rest of the season. He played most of the season. You do know he's played most of his season. He's played most of his career as a right back. You do realise that, right? Matty, tell me what he does. There you go. Name me 5 things. Name me 2 things that Archie Gray's good at. Again, people saying he's not that bad. Tell me at what? I don't know. I don't know at what. People keep saying it, but at what? And look, again, he was amazing at right back. Jesus Christ. You're watching a different player to me. You're watching a different footballer to me. And there's a foul on Tell with a foul on. Maybe is that Morgan Rogers who's gone down? I'm not sure yet. Tell saying he won the ball. It was on Morgan Rogers. I've got mates who are Leeds fans that said, yeah, he's okay. Like, he's all right, but he's overhyped. You've got Spurs fans who have not seen him do anything going, he's amazing. He was amazing. Gosh, we are so easily pleased as a fan base. And then people want to protest Daniel Levy. Why? He's buying you players like Gray that you seem to love. Here's Maatson. Done well to go past Mikey Moore. He's up against Jed Spence. Gets the ball across. Danso can clear it. And it's straight back at Aston Villa. So Aston Villa just coming at us time after time after time. He should be in the Championship is where he should be. He should be in the Championship, Matty. Championship. So here's Maatson out on the left. We'll take this at the moment. We'll take 0-0, won't we? Here's Pau Torres. to Konsa. Ball goes into Rogers, now into Kamara. Spurs have got everyone behind the ball. Makes you laugh, doesn't it? You watch the whole season and everyone's gung-ho. And then suddenly you realise, oh, hang on, we can defend a bit. It's just so infuriating. Here's Kamara. Lays it off to Konsa. Ball whipped in, flicked on and over by Asensio. Spurs are starting to look a bit lost in this game now. Adventure Camel, absolutely. So when you're saying that and then Matty K is saying, completely agree. Matty, you're the one who hypes him up, mate. Adventure Camel wasn't hyping him up. You hype him up. You've heard what Lubo said and you've jumped on this bandwagon when you've never seen him do anything. I think whenever I watch him in a Spurs shirt, he looks like a lost kid. Not knocking him, he just looks lost. Anyway, Reggie brings the ball down and just whacks it high and into the stands for a throw into Villa. And other than the two counterattacks, it's, not really a lot happening here for Tottenham. It's every man behind the ball. There's a ball over the top to Maatsen, but Danso's going to do well to defend there. Spence then heads it on. Villa win it back. Now Archie Gray can bring it down. Archie Gray, again, just look at that. I don't know what Archie Gray's good at. His passing is awful. I just get him out on loan. Get him on loan next year in the Championship and let him play 46 games against men. There's a ball fired in. Aston Villa nearly give it away, but Asensio wins it back, then does brilliantly to bring the ball down, goes past Tell, goes past Son, then plays the ball in. Here's Watkins. Shot blocked. Really good defended by Danso, but Aston Villa are just starting to find their way into our box very easily. For all those people saying Spurs are playing really well, Villa are just starting to find their way into our box. Here's Sarr, gives the ball to Tell, who plays a good ball into Son. What have you got, Son? Oh, he slowed it down there for me again. He should have gone quicker. Matty, Sunderland won't want to come into the Premier League if they come up and come into the Premier League. They will want men in midfield. They will not want an 18-year-old kid who's hardly played in midfield in their career to help them in a relegation battle. Wake up. Come on, Matty. You stop it. Stop it, Matty, please. Something about the name Matt. People just say ridiculous things. Good defending by Danso there. But again, Asensio did really well. Got it into Watkins, who took the touch, spun, took the shot, and Danso blocked it. Here's Aston Villa again on the halfway line with Konsa. He must have had a lot of the ball tonight. There's McGinn. Plays a good ball in, but really well defended that time again by Danso. I think Danso does well, you know. Here's Maatsen. Plays the ball into Rogers, who crosses it, and Davis clears it. Aston Villa are just upping the tempo a little bit here. Here's Maatsen. Plays the ball into Rogers. Rogers back to Maatsen, back to Rogers. He dinks it across. Ball down by Kamara, but his first touch wasn't good and the ball's gone out for a goal kick. And Villa are just, in the last 5-10 minutes, just starting to dominate this game, and Spurs don't really have an out ball at the moment. But all the pressure is on Aston Villa. So 72% possession from Villa, 6 shots, 2 on target. Spurs, 28 possession, 2 shots, 1 on target. Those are your match stats at the moment. So Villa well and truly on top. But listen, the pressure's on them. They need the win. Here is Kamara. Brings the ball down, plays it across to Pau Torres. The Man U score. They don't kick off till 8:15. Man U don't kick off for another 15 minutes. So we'll be able to watch that at half time. Here's McGinn. Goes past Spence. McGinn still running. lays the ball off. It's gone back to Maatsen, to Kamara. They're working it into our box. Here's Ollie Watkins, pulls it back and cleared. And Villa are dominating now. This is all Aston Villa. It is, they're getting into our box far too easily, even though Reezy said if we play like this in the final, we're definitely going to win. I don't know what he's watching, but here is Asensio. Matty Cash has made the run, but Asensio now does give it to Matty Cash. Cash now plays a good ball down the line to Rodgers. Rodgers lays it back. Good defending by Reguilon. And now the ball can go to Son. And this is where, can Spurs break? Sonny running down the line, gives it to Tell. What has he got? Nothing. He's tackled, but the ball does go back to Son. This is where Tell frustrates the life out of me. He's got all of that grass to run into and hits the first offender. Here's Ben Davis. He just doesn't do enough for me. He doesn't do enough for me. He doesn't. I need to see something from him. I say that every game. Here's Archie Gray. Gives it to Ben Davis at centre-half. Back to Archie Gray. Here's Son. Plays the ball down the line to Reggie. That's a good ball. Spurs have got players across. Reggie whips it in. It's gone over everyone. And Maatsen can drive forward with the ball. He's taken it down well. There's a ball over the top. Davis wins the header, but only as far as Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins, good footwork. Goes, yeah, good footwork there. Goes past two. And then Archie Gray brings him down. And Archie, I'm going to say it, this boy is nowhere near good enough. He is awful. I'm sorry. He's just not good enough, is he? I'm so sorry, but he can't tackle. He's not strong. He can't pass. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does. Yes, Matty, awful at Premier League level. Yes. He should be nowhere near Tottenham Hotspur. Nowhere near Tottenham Hotspur. I'll argue with anyone, so I'm blue in the face. He should be. We shouldn't. £40 million. What a waste of money. Here's Cash. No, he leaves it to Asensio. Asensio whips the ball in, headed away easily this time, but Aston Villa win the ball back. Here's Asensio. Ball's gone to the back of the box. One well there by Tell, and he's offside maybe there. So it's a free kick to Spurs. So 35 minutes gone. I suppose the good thing, I think Spurs again look very, we don't look coached. Counter-attacks. That's all we look like we can do in this game. But it is still 0-0, which is better than what we've done in recent years. Aston Villa as well might start getting a little bit sloppy in the second half as they come forward, but we'll see. Absolutely, Mace. Absolutely. We are so starved that people start talking about, oh my God, Reggie's given the ball away now. Here's Aston Villa, Asensio. The ball goes out wide to Morgan Rodgers. Really poor from Spurs. Here's Rodgers. The ball goes into Asensio, turns. He's looking for the shot. He's had the shot and it's curled just wide of the post. He's asking for a corner. I don't think he's going to get it, but Aston Villa are getting closer and closer and closer. They are now starting to dominate this game heavily. That's why when people like Reezy go a little bit mad about if we play like this, we win, we're champions of Europe. It's like, no, he's not overall good, Reezy. No, he's not good at anything. Sorry, Reezy, 3 things he's good at. Go on, name me 3 things he's good at. Go. You can't, Matty K can't. All the people that rate him can't tell me anything he's good at. Asensio been all over the pitch from his heat map here. All over the pitch. Yeah, when you look at someone like Wharton compared to someone like Gray, it's just levels, isn't it? It's levels above. I'm waiting for any of those Gray fans to tell me 3 things he's good at. I'm waiting. You watch. I bet you I don't get a response. Come on, I'm waiting. Here's Matty Cash. Go on, Tottenham, go. 3 things Archie Gray's good at. Here's Asensio driving past Sarr. Sarr's clipped him once, clipped him twice. And the free kick's given, and Asensio's really pissed off. I think for his own good, Archie Gray, he needs a season-long loan. For his own good. Everyone kept telling me, wait till you see him in midfield. Which yet another game. His passing isn't good, no. Potential is not something you're good at, and a haircut. Silly. Don't be silly. Anyway, free kick here for Aston Villa. I just feel that it's coming. Ball comes into the box, headed down by Konsa. Saved by Kinski. Easily, but saved by Kinski. Yeah, Tottenham, you know, we had those... Agreed, Stevie, agreed. But the Spurs fans have just overhyped him all year. Here's Aston Villa again. The ball swept out wide, but this time Reggie can bring it down. And his clearance is poor. Can Tell win it back? He can. Well done there. Tell got back. Gives it to Sarr. Sarr to Reggie. Reggie gives it away again. Here's Morgan Rogers. Rogers into Asensio, who is everywhere. Now McGinn tries to play the ball through, and the ball's cleared for a throw-in to Aston Villa. Did Abby Summers say that, or are he just making that up? If anyone's saying he could be, technically he's not good though, is he? He's not reading the game well. No, you can't just make things up, Reezy. You can't just make things up. We got rid of Skip and Winks and Højbjerg and Lo Celso and Ndombele for this guy. Like, it's mad. It's truly mad. No, I'm not talking about what he was good at Leeds. I'm not talking about what he's good at Leeds. He's the Tottenham player. Here's Aston Villa with Konsa on the edge of the box. Gives it to Kamara. Kamara dummies his man. Lays the ball off. There's Maatsen. Maatsen plays it out wide to Asensio. We need to get to half-time here. Asensio pulls it back. It's gone over everyone. And now Spurs can counter, can they? Here's Son. Sonny's driving at them. Good run by Son. This is better from Son. Drive in. Here's Son. And then just a dreadful ball. Like, that's Sonny all over. No, Matty K, that's not what I asked you. What's he good at? What's he good at? Right? Versatility. I mean, we're all versatile. What's he good at? Good at ball winning. Intelligent. Reads the going. Great pass. What are you watching? I can't deal with these kids who don't know anything about football. Sorry. Too many kids who don't understand what a good footballer looks like anymore. Madness. Good run by Son. He did all... Guys and girls in the chat, please, can we stop saying nasty things about Abby? Please. She's not done anything wrong. She's just given her opinions. Please, can we not say anything nasty about Abby? Sonny did all the hard work and then just a dreadful ball at the end. Aston Villa now sweeping the ball out wide to Maatsen. I mean, Mikey Moore has been absolutely non-existent, to be fair, hasn't he, in this game? Here's Onana to Pau Torres, back to Onana. I think we'll have done well to get to half-time. 0-0 here. Cash pulls it across, cleared by Reggie. He gives it to Son, and Spurs, can they break again? Here's Sonny on the left. plays the ball down the line, and that's going to be won by Konsa. Far too good for Tell there. He's far too good for Tell, is Ezra Konsa. And now he's going to bring the ball out. So here's Aston Villa with John McGinn. Out wide to Maatsen. Here's John McGinn again. I haven't even noticed Odeberg other than that shot and more. Aston Villa working the ball well into the Spurs box. There's the ball gone down the line. Asensio knocks it across and good defending by Papa Sarr. But they're just all those little balls in behind our defence. They're getting their way into our penalty area. Aston Villa now have a throw-in on the left-hand side. The ball was given to Asensio, who is everywhere, isn't it? Here's Maatsen, whips the ball in, and this one goes into the arms of Kinski. Again, they're just showing that run. Son did so well. And then just an awful ball across. Awful ball. Awful. I mean, Stuart, I'm not sure what you're watching. For me, I think he's showing signs that he's rusty and can't pass a ball. Matty K, you don't learn, do you? You don't learn, Matty. You don't learn. Guys and girls, whatever Abby said, can we please stop these silly comments in the chat about her, please? I don't think Abby's done anything to any of you. So please, can we just calm down the comments on other YouTubers and creators, please? Here's Aston Villa again. Here's Pau Torres, plays a good ball this time into Maatsen. Back to Torres. Blocked only as far as Asensio. He's everywhere. He is everywhere, Asensio. He now dinks another ball in, cleared by Spence. Here's Asensio. Lays the ball down the line to Maatsen, who's crossed the ball off Archie Gray for a corner kick. Oh, Matty, you're becoming insufferable. You're turning into the other Matt. You're turning into the other Matt. Just stop, mate. Big up to Ian JD. Thank you very much for the super chat. Said proper coach. Sit the back line 10 yards further back and sign Paulinho with 20 more points. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Absolutely. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Big up to you, Ian. Thank you very much for the super chat. John McGinn whips the ball into the back post. Matty Cash heads it over. Son clears it. Matty Cash now beats Tell with the ball. Here's Konsa, who is offside. And Spurs look like we're going to go in at half-time 0-0. But it's coming. I can feel it coming, guys. I really can. Big up to you, Ian JD. Really appreciate you, my man. Thank you very much for that. Big up to Mario with a super sticker. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you as well. Very, very generous. Some very generous people here. Thank you very much for that, Mario. You're a gentleman. 1 minute of extra time. Let's see what happens. Oh, Matty, please stop. Matty, please just stop, mate. Please stop. It's infuriating. You're infuriating me right now. We're 17th with 20 defeats, playing the best team in the country at home in the league. Of course, people are going to expect us to lose. And we keep giving the ball away like that. Just keep it respectable. That's all I ask from tonight. Keep it respectable. I just think we're so poor that you've got to keep it respectable. Here's Pau Torres. It's going to go in at half-time 0-0 here. I know it's the name Matt. The ref's going to blow for half-time, is he? Here's Asensio. have Villa got any time for here's Kamara, whips the ball in, it's cleared by Reggie, and the ref blows for half time, and it's 0-0. It's all Aston Villa, but it is 0-0. Spurs have had a glorious chance that we squandered, but wasteful from Spurs when we have had the ball, and out of possession. We defended, yes, but if you keep giving the ball for 90 minutes, hang we do say some funny things in this fan base. We just say some really, really crazy things. We really do as a fan base. Hang on, this is mad. This is mad. So Tottenham are 0-0 away from home. Let's go over just quickly for the first 15 minutes or so at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea versus Manchester United. 5 words. Let me know. God, this is so silly in my WhatsApp group. This is mad. Honestly, I've got Spurs fans watching that half going, Villa are awful. They're all over us. They are all over us. What on earth are we doing here? Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Spurs fans have absolutely gone. I truly feel that we don't understand football anymore. I agree, Mark. I agree with this. I thought Danso was very good in that half. I think the midfield has been non-existent. Tell, one good pass, other than that, non-existent. Odegaard, absolutely non-existent. I don't know if Mikey Moore has had a touch. By the way, Chelsea have just missed a sitter. I don't know if Moore has had a touch, but he looks completely out of his depth. Absolutely nothing that makes me want to keep him. No, absolutely nothing that makes me want to keep him at all. I think you could get so much better for so much cheaper across Europe. I really do. Big up to Perry, who has become a channel member. Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate that. I really, really do appreciate that. So thank you very much, Perry. And as I said, there will be two member only shows a week during the summer, and one a week next season. Big up to my man Gary out there in New York. I said 5 words. It could be much worse. It could be much worse. It could be. Listen, at the moment, they haven't taken their opportunities. Listen, on the counter-attack, that's all we've got, right? The left-hand side for Son, that's the only thing we've got. We've got to not be wasteful when we get in there. By the way, it's Chelsea 0, Man United 0, 5 minutes gone at Stamford Bridge as well. Look, this is going to be interesting second half now because, listen, I think the second half is going to be exactly the same as the first. Villa are going to have all the ball. This is going to be Villa having all the ball. Tottenham are going to defend and try and counter-attack. And we're going to have to keep switched on. Aston Villa might become a little bit ratty if they don't score because they desperately need it. They can't afford to not win. So we've got that in our favour that they might start to feel the pressure. A couple of good saves from Kinski. I'll give him that. A couple of very good saves. But we've got to make sure. We've got to make sure that we don't give the ball away sloppily. Gray, Regulon, Moore, they're giving the ball away very, very, very cheaply. Very cheaply. Matty K's going for Spurs 2-0. Sure. Okay. Good luck with that. John Francis, said Tell needed to close the defender with the ball instead of backing off, allowing him to play. Agreed. I'll be honest. I don't see the flashes, Stuart. Big up to you, my man. I don't see the flashes in him. I think he's really, really painfully average. Jamie Green, yeah, it's going better than I predicted in terms of the scoreline. Yeah, sure. I don't know what you're trying to prove, Jamie. What are you trying to prove? Listen, Villa are all over us. I'm just hoping we don't concede early. If we concede one, then that's what will happen. Well, Reezy, okay, Reezy, let's ask them. They used to say he only has one way of playing. Why have we lost 20 games of football this season then, if he doesn't only have one way of playing? Why? Answer me that, Reezy, because you're now becoming as bad as the two Matties. Absolutely madness. Yeah, listen, you're going to be better defensively when you've got no creative midfielder and you're just sitting everyone behind the ball, of course. But if we get the counter-attacks, we've got to be more clinical. But also, you could say at the other end, they need to be more clinical. Let's have a look at the match stats according to my app. Aston Villa with 10 shots, 4 on target, 72% possession. Tottenham, 28%, 2 shots, 1 on target. And our passing is down at 70%. So that's not very good at the moment. Savva also predict. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. What are you getting at there, J Spurs? I don't know what you're getting at. Listen, you can adapt all you want. We've lost 20 league games. It's all a bit too late now adapting, isn't it? Look at these people in the chat now. Oh, Ange has adapted. We're 17th in the bloody Football League. What are we doing here? We're 17th in the table. And we're talking about Ange has adapted in the 37th Premier League game of the season. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Ollie Watkins, another player passed on, not signing. Brian Sonny is trash, gets mad hype for nothing. Listen, it's the final ball, isn't it? It's the final ball. Hang on, what's going on there? Why am I... Audio commentary is active. No, I don't want that. Stop audio commentary. Thank you. I don't want that at all. Look, I just think everyone gets carried away. Spurs keep a clean sheet for 45 minutes and everyone, oh, look at Ange, he adapts, blah, blah, blah. It's like, we've lost 20 games of football. Well, they've not been slightly better, have they? They've absolutely dominated. Come on. Villa have had 9 shots and 4 on target. So, no, they haven't created one chance, Jamie. Stop trolling. It is infuriating. It is infuriating. Oh, I see. Yeah. Absolutely, Gary. These people crack me up. These people, Jamie, I never said I wouldn't. Who said I wouldn't? Absolutely. 0-0 would be a great result. It would be a great result. But again, if we're saying Ange has adapted, what we mean is here is that he's literally put everyone behind the ball, right? If that's what we mean by adapting. Okay. Mick, it is unbelievable, mate. It is, our fans are unbelievable. Hang on, let me see. I've got a feeling this person is who I think it is. 1 second. 1 second, people. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. There we go. Channel activity. Definitely adapted. These people make me laugh. These people absolutely crack me up. Savva, you okay with the way this team is playing? What you expecting? Did you want us to play handball? Is this the right way to approach the game? I didn't want to do either of these things. For me, I don't expect anything anymore, Spurs Crusade, if I'm brutally honest. I don't expect anything anymore. And I don't even know what Ange Ball is. I just don't know what it is. So, you know, it is what it is. Alex said, I miss the old son cut inside. I agree. Too many of these wayward passes from him. Too many of them. It's absolutely crazy. Too many of these wayward passes. And finally adapt. By the way, can we all please learn what adapting means? When you adapt, doesn't mean for one game you put everyone behind the ball. That's not what adapting is. Adapting is when you change your tactics and stick with them. This isn't adapting. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just silly people everywhere. Absolute silly people everywhere. I might wait till the end of the game, to be honest. I'll wait till the end of the game and have a little look at what's going to be ordered. Absolutely. He's not adapted. It's literally no, Jay Spurs said you are negative for predicting 7th, but also negative for predicting 4-1 loss to Villa when we are currently have 20. Mate, listen, anything I say, I can't win. Anything you say as a YouTuber, you cannot win. Adam, thank you. Thank the Lord. Being pinned back isn't adapting. Unfortunately, people like Jamie Green, people like Matty Kay, they're 15. They don't understand football. They don't understand football. Yeah? Adapting isn't being pinned back into your own half. Adapting is having a shape, keeping the ball, not giving it away at every opportunity. That's not adapting. I just can't. Yeah, I mean, they just say some silly things. I'm disappointed in Matty Kay. He just says silly shit all the time. I'm really disappointed in him. Mike said, if Ange knew how to adapt for each and every game, we wouldn't be 17th. Bang. Bang on. Bang on. Bang on. Bang, bang, bang on. No need for the person. You don't understand football. You're 50. Matty, unfortunately, your opinions tell me you're young. No offense. It's not personal, but you listed a lot of qualities for Gray that he doesn't have. You say things like, where's all the people who predicted 4-0? You think that being pinned back into our own 18-yard box is adapting. Sorry, mate. You know, we adapted in the first leg against Liverpool in the League Cup. We adapted against Frankfurt too. We just seem to forget in all the matches in and around those games. Absolutely, Kuva. Absolutely. Isn't it funny that all the games we've lost, he can't adapt? Suddenly, when we're not losing, he's adapted. I genuinely don't know what to do with this fan base anymore. I genuinely think this fan base is utterly hilarious. Big up to Gary, who said Ange is a wheelbarrow. He's not adapting. He's just going where he's getting pushed. Amen. Amen. Matty, but people always go with crazy score lines. You predicted we'd win 4-0. So you can't talk, Matty. You can't talk. You predicted we'd win 4-0. Big up to Nick, another fraud in the chat. There he is. Silly old Nick. Here he is. I'm not going to block Matty K. He hasn't done anything wrong, but he's just saying some silly things. Big up to Marco with a super sticker. Thank you very much. Some very, very generous people out there today. Marco with a super sticker. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate that. Guys, if those people can send super chats, we should have 500 likes. You lot can smash the like button. 347 likes. We should have well over 500. We've had over 5,000 views so far in this stream and only 348 likes. Utterly disgusting. Matty, we haven't played well, though. Stop this. We haven't played well. What we've done is stuck 10 men behind the ball, right? That's not playing well. Stop, Matt. Oh, I know. He's driving me mad as well. He's driving me mad as well. Praise Ange. By the way, Man United, that team that put out their strong 11, are 1-0 up at Chelsea. Man United are 1-0 up at Chelsea. And the goal was scored by Harry Maguire. He's going to be a handful in the air at the weekend, isn't he? Absolutely crazy scenes. Harry Maguire looks very happy with himself. Let's see what that does to the Premier League table, shall we? Hang on, nothing will chat. Hang on, they'll go up to 42 points. We're on 39. So I think that will put Man United into 14th for the time being. Let's see if he's offside. Really good finish if he is onside. Very good finish indeed. Let's have a look. VAR will probably have a look at this, but the ball came across. A striker's finish from Harry Maguire. What was he even doing up there? What was he doing up there? I don't know if it's going to be given. Savva, you just don't like it that the Matt telling me how it is. Sorry, you think we've played well? Is sticking 10 men behind the ball playing well? I think he's going to be offside here. I think he's going to be offside. You think sticking 10 men behind the ball is playing well? Okay. All right, DCB. Okay, fair enough. I think the problem is now we've got this new generation that have zero standards and don't know what good football looks like. This is not playing well. We've dug in. We've defended well. By the way, the goal has been disallowed for offside. The goal has been disallowed for Man United. Let me go back and see if the Spurs game back on yet. Looks like the Spurs game is going to restart. So we're back over here. Let me just check that the timer's working. The game hasn't started yet. Don't worry. I always check the timer, as you know. I think the standards are in the mud. The standards are in the mud if we think this is playing well. I don't think there's been any substitutions from anyway. Yeah, but just not losing doesn't mean you're playing. I give up. I give up. I give up. Matty, I give up with you. I really do. You have some horrible, horrible takes. So Aston Villa got us off and underway, and the timer is going. So Aston Villa 0, Tottenham 0, 45 minutes to go. Here is Pau Torres. So, yeah, just confirmation that the Man United goal was disallowed. It was a great finish from Slaved. But, hey. Danny, completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Wins when drawing at half-time. Aston Villa have the most this season with 8 in the Premier League. So when Aston Villa have been drawing at half-time, they've gone on to win 8 of those games. And now it's going to be is that a throw to Villa or a free kick? It looks like it's going to be a throw into Aston Villa. Big up to Gessler Toon. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate you, my friend. So what a generous club we are. We get a manager and players who we have to teach even the basics to pay top dollar for and even pay them to play rubbish. Nobody passes the exams under Ange. Mate, absolutely. But the problem is you've got people like Reezy and Matty K who like what they see. So what do you do? Big up to you. Very, very generous. I'm going to save this and come back to this at the end of the show as well. Thank you very much. As Spence slices the ball clear, given away to Matty Cash. His first touch wasn't great, but now brings it down and gives it to Konsa. And guys and girls, big up to Gessler too. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Now, I guess it's going to be more of the same this second half. I'm guessing it's going to be Aston Villa with a ball. Tottenham are going to have to do a lot of defending and try and hit on the counter-attack. There's Onana, gives the ball to McGinn. Here's the impressive Asensio. He's been absolutely everywhere. And then he crosses the ball and it goes out for a corner kick to Aston Villa. Aston Villa, corner kick here. So 47 minutes gone. Tottenham 0-0 at the moment. We'll take that, right? We'll take a draw. Absolutely. I would say my best player in this Spurs team at the moment is Danso. I think Danso has done the best tonight. Anyway, corner kick. Here's Asensio, whips it in straight into the arms of Kinski, and Tottenham can throw the ball nice and early. There's a really good throw out. What have you got? Odegaard, oh my God, it's a terrible touch. Terrible touch from Odegaard, who was through. He was clean through, and a dreadful first touch. Oh, there's a ball over the top, given away by Jed Spence. Here's Ollie Watkins. Lays it off to Kamara. Awful touch, that. Now here's Onana. Our midfield two are getting nowhere near the ball, are they? Here's Matty Cash. Isn't it funny, Matty K? You say Odegaard's awful, but you like Gray. What's Gray done then that Odegaard hasn't? There's a cross in. All the way over. Looks like it's gone all the way through for a goal kick. Ollie Watkins couldn't get his head on it, and the Spurs players just saw the ball out. You see the good cross from Cash, but it was just a bit behind Ollie Watkins. Aston Villa. Yeah, great throw out from Kinski. Really good throw out, and dreadful play by Odegaard. as the ball cannons off of Asensio for a throw into Tottenham in our own half. Why can I not compare them? Why can I not compare them? Why? Both young. Why can I not compare them? Why? What? Because you like one, I can't compare them. Now Tell can't hold the ball up. There's a bit of argy-bargy between Konsa and Tell. Sonny's just going to calm the situation down. Done well there, son. Just calm that situation down. Tell looked like he was going to lose his rag a little bit there. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Be much appreciated. So the referee's just going to have a word with Konsa and with Tell. I can compare them. I'm comparing them as footballers, not as their positional sense. And as footballers, they're both very poor at the moment for me. So the game still hasn't restarted, by the way, people. Still hasn't restarted, so you're not missing anything. Konsa and Tell still having little words with each other. The Konsa... Tell was backing in. Konsa's backing in from the back. And then it's all a bit silly. It's much to do about nothing, to be honest. And Konsa and Tell then staring each other down. They're still having a chat now about it. And now oh, come on, guys. Get on and play football. Come on. He's not hung out to dry under Ange. He's just not very good when he plays. Big up to Jordan. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your generosity. Thank you very much, Jordan, who said Tell and Odegaard are as bad as Werner, just Werner wasn't wanted by Leipzig. If running with a ball with no end product means they have potential, then Werner is the finished article. Absolutely. Our fans watch players run with a ball and go, they've got potential. And you're like, what? Oh, I see flashes. Of what? I need to see something. I need to see something. I agree. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much. Off comes Papa Sarr for Yves Bissouma. Papa Sarr is coming off for Yves Bissouma. He's played today, played against Fulham, played the other night. Played against West Ham. He's not very good. He's not ready. He's not being hung out to dry. Oh, shut up, DCB, or you'll get blocked. Don't say stupid shit on my channel. Don't get away with stupid shit on this channel. I've already seen. I wouldn't be happy with this team unless I had Messi and Isak. What a dumb thing to say. Gus, I've said before, right? Gus, I've said before, the kids like Matty Kay don't know a good footballer. They don't know what a good footballer is. It's not their fault, is it? Well, it is. They should go and study it. But big up to Jordan. Thank you for the super chat, mate. Completely agree with you. There's a ball into the box. Kinski comes out and claims it. At the moment, Spurs looking for another point that can get us that one bit closer to 40 points. As the ball is cleared by Pau Torres for a throw into Tottenham. So Sarr going off. Bissouma coming on. Here's Ben Davis. Plays the ball out wide to Sonny. Dinks the ball down the line to Reggie. He goes back to Sonny. What you got, son? Crosses the ball and into the arms of Martinez, who claims it. Now the ball is cleared down the line. First time. Danso again. I'm impressed with Danso. I think he does well. David, great question. What's worse, reading the comments or watching Spurs? It depends. There's some great comments by people like you, and then there's some god-awful comments. But big up to you. Thank you, David. Hope you're well, my man. And absolutely, Jordan, the road to 40 points. We are on the road to 40 points. Reezy, stop. Stop. We don't look defensively drilled and haven't all season. Stop this. I'm honestly loving what I'm seeing. Oh, my. Okay, Reezy. Now I know you're just Matt. Now I know you're Matt. Burner account. His son, left-hand side. Our fans, though, the problem is we're just so easily pleased. Like when we go 1-0 up in games, everyone goes, have that. Where are the Ange haters? I mean, we've lost 20 games of football. It's mad. Anyway, here's Jed Spence down the line to Mikey Moore. Haven't seen anything from Moore today. Haven't really got the ball to him, in fairness. Here's Danso across the back line to Davis. Gary, honestly, it is baffling, isn't it? They've got an obligation. We have to buy Danso, right? We've got an obligation to buy him. There's the ball out wide to Spence. Here's Mikey Moore. What's he got? Let's see something, Mikey. He lays it back to Spence. And absolutely bang on. If this was Conte or Jose, everyone would be screaming for them out. Absolutely. Bang on, my man. His son. Spurs are keeping the ball for a second here, but without really going anywhere. Here's Gray. Gray sweeps the ball into the box. And then that's one in the air by Maatsen against Moore. Can Mikey Moore do anything with it? It's a throw into Spurs. I'd be happy if Danso's one of our 4 centre-backs next season. I would be happy with that. I don't think he's done anything wrong in a Spurs shirt. There's a ball out wide. Awful pass. And it's a throw into Villa. Yeah, listen, the pressure is on Villa. The pressure is absolutely on Villa, Dan. Absolutely, the pressure is on Villa. Yep, no doubt about it. As I said, as this game goes on, what we might be able to do is as they throw more bodies forward, we might be able to counter-attack them. Here's John McGinn. Lays it off to Anana. Here's Maatsen. Goes into Pau Torres. Hello, Stanley. Hello. Good boy. You come and see me. Hello, mate. Hello. Hello. Now the ball goes out wide to Matty Cash. Matty Cash cuts back onto his left. Now gives it to Kamara. He goes across to Konsa. Konsa goes across to Torres. Torres now plays a ball across, cleared by Ibasuma, who gives it away to Konsa. That sums Spurs up, doesn't it? Now Aston Villa just working their way into our box. Here's Asensio driving forward, dinks the ball off of Basuma for a corner kick to Aston Villa. Oh, mate, these kids would lose their mind if they watch proper footballers. They'd lose their mind. They'd lose their mind at proper footballers. Honestly. Honestly. Look at the superlatives thrown at Gray. He's calm under pressure. He's good at this. He's versatile. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like they're talking about Moussa Dembele. Tell tried to get round his man and couldn't. Pretty much the story of his Spurs career so far. Now the ball played out again by Cash. Out wide to Asensio, who's been very good today. Asensio pings a long ball over the top. That's going to be headed down by McGinn. Mikey Moore did badly there. Here's Maatsen, shot, blocked. And again, Spurs just looking very, very lackadaisical at the back. But don't worry, Reezy told you that Spurs look well drilled at the back. I think we look very lackadaisical. And again, the space opened up and Danso again. Danso for me is the man of the match for me. Danso is the man of the match. For me, so far for Spurs, Danso is the man of the match. And Asensio overall. Corner kick to Aston Villa. Here's John McGinn. Deep to the back post, headed across, flicked on, 1-0 Aston Villa. And that defence that everyone said was well drilled. We've played well. We haven't. We just didn't concede until now. Aston Villa 1-0. I think it was Ezra Konsa with the goal. Easy corner kick came to the back. No one met the ball. It was headed across, and I think, was it Konza? Looks like Konza with the foul. Hey, who are you biting? Stanley's biting my foot, which means he's bored. Sorry, mate. So corner kick from McGinn, far post, headed back, and Konza swept it again. No one marking Ezri Konza. Who should have gone with him? Tell left him. Tell left his man. Tell left his man wide open. Tell left his man. Oh, it's really poor. Really poor. And Aston Villa have got to the hour mark. Let me change the score. Aston Villa are 1-0 up. And let's be fair, we can't say they don't deserve it. They've had a number of opportunities in this game. Now, what have we got? Can we dig in, or are we going to be opened up like a can of worms? Here's John McGinn. Sprays it out wide to Asensio. Good ball to Kamara. Kamara now puts his foot on it, drives inside, plays the ball through. It's gone to Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins, good save. Kinski should have been 2-0. And Spurs look like we're falling apart. We are sinking here. Sinking. Sinking without a trace here. Again, look how easily they played through us. Look how easily they played through us. And in the end, it was actually a good foot put there by Ben Davis, if I'm not wrong. Did really well. And then Kinski pushing it wide. Looks like it's going to be it's a goal kick, sorry. Gus, it cracks you up, doesn't it? When people say, we're looking well drilled. I think we look... I mean, they've just walked into our midfield, through our midfield, past our defence. Hello, mate. You want to come and say hello? You going to come and say hello? Come on in. Come on in. Come and see me. Come and see me. What's this? Come on. What's this? You're not going to come and say hello to everyone? All right, sod you then. Stanley doesn't want to say hello. Ollie Watkins just getting back to his feet now. Yeah, Aston Villa have just turned the heat up, haven't they? They've just turned the heat up. Marlon, it wasn't Basuma. If you actually watch whose man it was Matisse Tells. If you watch whose man it was, Tell is marking him and then just leaves him. Watch it. Go back and watch it. It wasn't him. And then Spurs give away a free kick here for the foul. 2 Aston Villa players down. Perchy. Sorry, I'm messaging Perchy. You're live, by the way, on my thing. Watch that corner. Matisse Tell is marking Konsa. And then as the ball comes in, you see him just almost push Konsa away and leave him. Honestly, mate, these players are just, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mate, it's absolutely terrible. And Matisse Tell has got a yellow card to go with his horrible, horrible performance so far. I want to see something from him. Skip past 2 players and put it in the bottom corner. Rifle one in from 20 yards. I just don't know what anyone is seeing. I don't know what anyone... I keep hearing. I've seen flashes. I like what he... I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does. Anyway, here's Pau Torres. Now here's Konsa. Bye, Stanley. Stanley's just left us. He's gone downstairs. And his mum's not in, so I don't know where he's going, but probably to chew a sofa or something. Anyway, here's Pau Torres. Ian. Shut up, Ian, with a certain... No way. Oh, yeah, it must have. So it's gone down from 1.06 to 1.02. Wow. 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 So hang on, if we lose this game and the next game, don't we end the season on 1 point per game average? Wow. We are shit, aren't we? Pierre, it wasn't... sorry, if anyone watching that corner the same as me, it wasn't Basuma. Watch the corner properly. It was Matisse Tell. Big up to you, by the way, for the super chat, Ian. Really appreciate you, my man. Thank you very much. There's a ball over the top to Mikey Moore, and Mikey Moore's pushed in the back, and it's going to be a free kick to Spurs, pushed in the back by Maatsen, and Spurs have a chance to do something here. Sorry, am I the only one watching this and seeing that Matisse Tell lost his man? We can't just make up. It wasn't Basuma. Go and watch it. Go and watch it. When the cross comes in, Tell and Konsa are hugging each other. Those two were marking each other. So, free kick to Spurs. What can we do here? Even Reezy can see that they fell asleep, and he's got the worst takes on this chat. So, free kick. Matisse Tell's going to take it. Or Reggie's going to take it. One of them's going to take it. I think this probably suits a lefty more. Reggie's going to whip it in, and that sums up that sums it up. Both those two crosses from Spurs kind of sum up the game. More focus on the performance. Well, that's not been good either, has it? So I know what we're talking about. Big up to Ian JD for the super chat. Really appreciate you, my man. Thank you very much. Big up to my man, Karate FC. Big up to you. So I'll be happy if we win the Europa League, but this makes me feel proud. This manager and these players are a disgrace. I can't agree with you more. Can't agree with you more. It's been an utter disgrace this year from top to bottom. And the easy games in the Europa League are papering over everything. Right, what you got, Tell? Brings the ball down, gives it to Moore. Can Moore run at them? He gives it to Spence. Whip it in. No one whips it in. Here's Tell. Big up to you, Cry. Thank you very much. Tell's cross bounces back to him. Now here's Tell again, gives the ball away. He is utter shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. Anyone who's saying they want him, you don't know football. You don't know football. He is horrendous. I'm sorry. He might be good in the future, but right now he can't beat a man. He can't cross. He doesn't score. He can't track back properly. Here's Matty Cash into Konsa. Konsa's going to go one more. Is he to Pau Torres? No. Yep, he is. Yeah, where is Phil Coys? Where is Phil Coys? He loves Tell. He loves him. He wants us to sign him for 30, 40 million. And Matty K, own it. You said we'd win 4-0. Then you changed it to 2-0 at half time. Own it. Own it. Own it. Own it. Own it. Big up Morton Barley. Big up Gary, who said key of the door for Ange, 21 today. Oh, the 21 key. Just the 21 defeats. Just the 21. This is not saying we've lost, but just the 21 if we do lose. Here's Matty Cash, defended by Reggie and out for another corner. And Aston Villa have got another opportunity here. Gary, big up to you, Gary. Thank you very much. From that, Gary, love you, Gary. Big up, my man. To this Gary, not that Gary, to this Gary, said, give me Mbuemo and send Tell back. Again, that's what a proper club does. That's what a proper club does. If we want money off, if we want a player from Bayern, ask for Paulinho. Here's a corner kick from McGinn, whipped in, headed away by Basuma. Here's Kamara, back to Maatsen. Here's Watkins. Laid it back to Konsa, to Kamara. Kamara to Maatsen. Maatsen sweeps the ball over. It's actually worked out well. It's gone to McGinn. Cuts inside. Still McGinn. McGinn shoots and just wide of the post. Good play from John McGinn there. Beat his man strong. Powered onto the left-hand side, onto his left, and drove the ball just wide. Again, you don't see our players doing that. Just wide from McGinn. You don't see us doing that. Chris thinks he needs to get Son off. Again, I think he's trying to get as many minutes in his legs before the final. Anyway, Aston Villa have got the ball. Here's Asensio, has a shot, blocked, now cleared. And now Spurs are starting to give the ball away at every opportunity. See, I take Paulinho all day long. All day long. Big up to Anna Dawes. Thank you very much. I said before tonight, we was 25 points down on this point last season. 20 losses, closing on 21. How is anyone Anjin? It beggars belief, doesn't it? Here's Aston Villa again. They are pushing for a second. Here's Asensio. I'll come back to this, Anna. 1 second. Asensio dinks the ball in. It's gone over everyone. Spence clears it. Mikey Moore out-muscled by Matson. Brilliant skill by Matson. Matson dinks the ball in. Headed clear by Basuma. As far as Matty Cash drives the ball wide. And Aston Villa are battering Tottenham right now. They are all over us. And we look all at sea. Anna, I cannot disagree with you at all. Before tonight was 25 points down. Let's have a look, Anna. So last season, Spurs finished on what? 66 points. This season, we're currently on 38. So far, let me just get my maths right there. 66. So we're currently 28 points down, if I'm not wrong. We're currently 28 points behind where we finished last season with Brighton at home to go. Thank you very much, Anna. And I hope those two beautiful dogs of yours are okay. Mine are now both in front of me snoring. Big up to you. Thank you very much, Anna. I really do appreciate the super chats, people, even if they're super stickers. It is really, really appreciated. Make sure you smash the like button as well, people. We should have 500 likes. We've only got 388. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, as we chase down 18,000. Here's Aston Villa playing out of the back. And again, this has been a really horrible second half performance here from Tottenham. I just want this season over. Man, you are playing most of their first team tonight, Chris. Yes, they've got a strong 11 out. There's no Mainu or Agate, but they have got Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Maguire, Shaw, Dorgu, Ahmad. Yeah, they've got a good team out for them. Pau Torres switches the ball wide. Good ball out to the right-hand side. Can Tottenham dig deep? Can we find an equaliser from somewhere? Here's the ball to Matty Cash. Matty Cash cuts inside. Now goes backwards into Kamara. He gives it to Konsa. Konsa goes all the way across to Matson. Matson into Onana. They're just a powerful team, aren't they, Villa? Strong. They're a strong team. Here's Aston Villa again. Here's Kamara. Shoots 2-0. It was too simple. Aston Villa have bullied us from pillar to post. Absolutely bullied us. And as things stand, Aston Villa are in pole position for Champions League because Chelsea are drawing and Aston Villa are currently on 66 points and they are 2 points off second place. All these muppets who tell me, oh, Aston Villa aren't good. Emery isn't good. They're 2 points off second. They're 2 points off second. And I keep hearing that they're not good. They are superb compared to us. They dominated us this entire game and they deserved that, if we're brutally honest. Spurs can't defend. Non-existent midfield. No closing down. Archie Gray, weak as fuck. Look at this from Archie Gray. Look at that from Gray. Turned his back. Oh, my God. Who was it who said he's good in the tackle? He's good in the Where's Matty K? He's strong. He's good in the tackle. He's composed. He reads danger. Have a day off. He's not ready. Have a day off, will ya? So when are we as Spurs fans going to start being honest about this football team? When are we going to start being honest? Solanke's come on and Bentancur with 15 minutes to go for Regulon and Son. So Solanke and Bentancur for the last 15 minutes. Here's Maatsen. John McGinn running into the box. John McGinn pulls it back. And Spence gets the tackle in, and it's a corner to Aston Villa. Just absolutely terrible from Gray, from Moore, from all of them. If we're honest, all of them. It was absolutely pathetic. He's the DM on the edge of the box. The guy's having a shot. Get out there. Put the tackle in. Here's John McGinn. Shoots just wide. Should have been 3-0. They are superior to us. Absolutely superior. As it stands, as I said, Aston Villa are 2 points off second. 2 points off second. Madness. And they're the most informed team in the country. So Aston Villa 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. I can't say I'm surprised. I think we've been absolutely crap. All those people, oh, we were good first half. Yeah, were we? "21 defeats. 21 defeats. Oh, so the goal difference as well. That's an interesting one. So Tottenham Hotspur now, by the way, are closing in on their worst ever goals conceded. The worst ever, let me get this right. The worst ever in the Premier League is 66. Our second worst is 63. Let's see. Can I beat 63? Our second worst. Nope, 63. 2 more goals conceded in this game and against Brighton, and this will be our second worst ever goals conceded in a Premier League season. When will this end? When will this end? Odegaard, absolutely anonymous. Daniela, that's what all my mates say. They don't even take the piss out of me with that shit anymore. But they don't need to. Half our fan base just accept this. Here's Odegaard. What you got? Running at them. He's gone out wide. The ball's gone to Tell. And of course, when the ball goes to Tell, it's given away. Gray clips it back in, and that is crap. Oh, my God. Oh. Please stop overhyping these players, fans. Please. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe how many goals we have to concede game after game after game. There's the ball down to Maatsen, puts the ball into the box. This one's going to go into the arms of Kinski. Here's Spence. And Aston Villa have won the game now, haven't they? I mean, unless there's some dramatic turnaround. Here's Solanke, plays the ball out wide to Tell. Can you do something, Tell? Just something that makes me think you're good. Something. No. No, the ball goes to Tell. The move dies. Guys, we've got to stop saying, but young kids. If you sign young kids, then stop using the excuse young kids. That's what we signed to play in the Premier League for Tottenham Hotspur. Stop. Just stop the excuses. Wow. Oh, come on, Spurs. Maybe a goal just to give Spurs fans something for all the people that have made the journey. There's the ball across, headed clear. And Kamara goes past Tell like he's not there. Here's Morgan Rogers driving past Gray like he's not there. Driving past Gray like he's not there. Then the ball goes in. Oh, my God. Danso in the end did well. I thought he was going to have a heart attack there. By the way, I'm live, but I'm saying this on this chat anyway. I don't care if these players are 18. Stop. We should stop buying them. If we're going to use the excuse that they're 18, stop buying them for the first team. If we're going to buy them at 18, send them out on loan. We can't buy them at 18. Everyone waxes lyrical about them, praises them, and then we go, but they're 18. I'm not doing it. Archie Gray. Oh, he's just not ready. Listen, do you know what? I feel for the lad. I feel for him. He should be on loan. He's not ready for senior men's football in the Premier League. That was to my WhatsApp group with all the other YouTubers, by the way. But you got to agree, guys, right? Like everyone can't say, oh, youth projects. Yeah, we're buying 18-year-olds. Then when they're not very good, go, oh, but they're 18. Well, sure, don't buy them then. Here's Odeber, another one who's been absolutely useless. Solanke running through. Look how powerful Onana was. Look how powerful Onana was. Getting back, boom, out the way, mate. Out the way. Hello, Stanley. You going to say hello this time? Nope, you're not, are you? You're not going to say hello. You're being unsociable. You're being an unsociable baby. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Donny Marlon is going to come on. Oh, gosh, 21 defeats. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Like, at what point do we just all laugh about it? 21 defeats. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. It's just unbearable. Oh, my gosh. Hello, come on then. You see me? Come on then. Come on then. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, I'm not doing all the work, Stanley. Oh, okay. Oh, look. It's baby Stanley, everyone. All right, you want to go that way? All right, I want to go this way. It's baby Stanley. Hello. All right, I can't talk. Your mouth's in my mouth. Hey, you beautiful boy. You're a beautiful boy. If I put my head this way, watch what happens if I put my head there. Look, if I do that, look. Let's go that way. No. Big yawns. Here's Asensio, who's been excellent tonight. Gives the ball to Anana. No, you want to go back in your bed? It's boring up here, isn't it? I know it's boring, mate. But you keep trying to jump up. There's a cross straight into the arms of Kinski. It's Brennan Johnson coming on. What is the absolute point of bringing on Brennan Johnson and Richarlison with 5 minutes to go? What on earth is he doing? Mikey Moore's down injured. That might be it. I blame Perchy. Perchy, you went for lunch with Matty, and it appears that none of your football knowledge rubbed off on you. Naughty. Come on, Matty. You got to learn off Perchy. So, Ollie Watkins has gone off for them. Again, Aston Villa are on fire in terms of form. Whoa, you don't get to talk about my Stewie like that. My Stewie is not ugly. Pugs are beautiful in their own way. How dare you? John, I completely agree. We're just weak. It doesn't matter who plays. Suma, Bentancur, Gray, Sarr, Tell, Odeber, Son, Moore, Solanke. It's weak. This manager has put together a team that is weak as piss. Weak as piss. And in the other game, by the way, it is still, let's have a check. The other game, it's half time, so it must be 0-0 because I haven't had any goal alerts. In the other game, Man United 0-0 at Chelsea. You know, playing a full team, even though they're in a cup final against us on Wednesday. Kinski now rolls the ball out. Archie Gray, who's now playing at left back. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This manager just... We've now got a 1.02 point per game. Ross Barkley coming on. Mate, I didn't see it. Go on. What happened? Talk to me. What happened? What did he do? What did he do? Did he punch one in the face? 21 defeats. 21 defeats. 21. So Anana off, Barkley on. But again, look how they're bringing on powerful players. We're bringing on these slight little footballers that they've got no physicality. I don't want to see Archie Gray, Odeber, or Tell anywhere near this 11 next season. I don't want to see any of them anywhere near this 11. Nowhere near this 11 next season. So 0-0 at half time. So for Man United, Chelsea, we can go to that game in a minute anyway. So Tottenham losing another game 2-0. Currently, guys, here's how it stands in terms of goals conceded, right? Tottenham Hotspur's worst ever goals conceded in a Premier League is 66. And that was 33 years ago. First ever Premier League season. The second worst is 63. Spurs at the moment are on 61. God help us. 61. Is that more than last season? We conceded more goals than last season. Last season, we conceded the exact same amount as last year. We've conceded 122 in 2 seasons with 1 game left. Poch once went a year with 26 goals conceded. Let that sink in. Aston Villa just playing around for fun now. Donny Marlon couldn't get the shot away, but I mean, let's be fair. Ref, don't put too much added time on, please. Just put us out on 6 minutes. Oh, gosh. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. It's hard work, innit, with this manager, mate. It's such hard work. Here's Barkley running through, blocked. There's Richie, gives the ball. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Here's Kamara. Back to Torres. See when all these people say, oh, why do you give Villa so much credit? They're 2 points off second in the table. They're about to get Champions League for the second time in 2 years. Quarterfinals of Champions League. They've got a top manager, top director of football. And people go, oh, yeah, but we're in a final. Oh, my God. Here's Villa. Morgan Rogers blocked for a corner kick. Oh, it's just crap, isn't it? And again, people say it's a second. It doesn't seem to matter who plays in the Tottenham team. We just look so. There's just been no coaching. Is Archie Gray back in midfield again? I don't know. Don't worry, Savva's negative. Yeah, Savva's negative. It's who we are, mate. Absolutely, and it's who we are. Big up to Finger Bob. Finger Bob. Said uncoached, dismal football. Roll on next season. Oh, God. Listen, what a sentence that is, and how true. Uncoached and dismal. Absolutely spot on. We look absolutely pathetic. Here's Leon Bailey. Cuts in. But Jed Spence did well in the end and sees it out for a goal kick. Jed Spence, though, in the main, thank you very much, Finger Bob. Thank you very much, Finger Bob. Big up to you, Finger Bob. I didn't. Someone did. Someone clearly had enough of you, mate. There's Brennan Johnson. That sums up Brennan Johnson, doesn't it? Oh, my gosh. Here's Ross Barkley driving forward. Oh, what a nice, easy game it's been for Aston Villa. I've been shouting Ange out for 19 months, mate. Don't worry about 5 days before a cup final. I've been him out for 19 months. So 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Villa just passing it around now. They don't need to do anything here, do they? They've got the points in the bag. Good play by Barkley. Now Marlon. Look at the options they've got. Here's Marlon running through. Blocked. Now the ball's going to fall to Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers shoots. Blocked by Danso for a corner kick. Feel like Danso's been a one-man defence. John, absolutely, my man. How are you? You well? I'm always dumbfounded at watching this absolute shit show of a manager try and play football. Yeah, I know. Give him next year, they say. Oh. Bleh. Good luck, Mace. Corner kick. Villa have gone short this time. Cash tries to play it through. It's fallen for them. Is Asensio. Shoots from about 30 yards, but it's easily into the gloves of Kinski. Yeah, hashtag Savva's negative. Sod it. I love it how the people that claim they're positive, Dan, have been so wrong. Like, so wrong about this manager. 38 points. $38 points. It defies logic, doesn't it? Oh, God. Just win this cup and then bugger off, Ange. I know. Savva's negative. Savva's negative. Yeah. Ryan, is that what he said? If you're a Spurs defender, it's been tough. Yeah, try being a Spurs fan. And then all those other fans going, just back the team. Back what? Look at the state of it. Every game. Every game. Yeah. Stanley, what you got? No. 1 second, people. No. Hang on. He's got one of Charlotte's shoes. 1 second. No. You cannot have that shoe. No. Everyone, the game has finished. I'm so sorry. Stanley got one of the wife's good shoes. No. The game, thank God, is over. Another shit show of a performance from Tottenham Hotspur. And another game where everyone will just say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just keep losing. Just keep conceding. Because that's the winning mentality. Remember Ben, who came into me and went, he's instilling a winning mentality. Is he? 21 defeats. That's 25 all season in all competitions. People like Reezy deserve these defeats. You deserve it. People like Reezy. Chloe, big up to you. How you doing? Absolutely. We're not even scoring goals anymore. We just look absolutely toothless. We look absolutely shocking. I'll tell you what, let me get rid of the let's get rid of that. And would you like to see the league table? Would anyone like to see the league table? It makes for lovely reading if you're not a Tottenham fan. Let's stop the screen, present, share screen. Here we go. There's the Premier League table in all its glory. Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur are 17th after 37 games of football. 37 games of football. Tottenham Hotspur have lost 21 games and conceded 61 goals. We have won 11 games. We are not even at 30% win rate. Matt, go away. Stop. Just stop. I don't make the rules on YouTube. Just stop. 38 points. We now no longer can match our worst ever points total of 44. Think about it, people. Our worst ever was 44 points. We are currently sitting on 38 with one game to play. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. I just have no idea what anybody sees in this manager. I have no idea what anybody sees. Nothing. I really, really do not understand what anybody sees in this manager. 1 second. 1 second. Coming. What time is that going to be? 22:15. Okay, I'll redirect to that. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're not ending. I was just setting a redirect. Big up to each and every one of you. If you haven't, please smash the like button. I try my best to be engaging and to keep it entertaining, but it is what it is. Hang on. There's the league table, by the way. And again, for all those people who keep telling me that Aston Villa are crap, look at Aston Villa. 2 points off of second. Man United should have taken the lead. Oh, that should have been 1-0 Mason Mount. Look at that. Aston Villa are going to get Champions League football again. They are 2 points off of second. And I've got people telling me, oh, you overrate him. Yeah, sure I do. I'm sure I do. Oh, hang on. I'm not centre. I don't like that. Right. Matt, if this is your second account, I'm going to guess it is because you were blocked. I will unblock you, but you have to stop picking fights with everyone. Is that fair? You have to stop picking fights with absolutely everybody in the chat, mate. Okay? Talking about meeting people face to face and all of that. You have to stop that. Okay? You have to stop that. I will unblock you. Okay? But you have to just calm down a little bit. You have to calm down. Big up to Leo. Said, Savva, thank you for doing these. We'll not be able to get through this garbage without it. Awful. Truly awful. By the way, as it stands, Chelsea will be, let's have a look. Chelsea are in 6th as it stands with 1 game to go, which will be against Nottingham Forest. As it stands, Chelsea will be in the Europa League spot as it stands. Let's see. Oh, very generous super chat from my man, my airport friend, Mike Zappa. Thank you, Mike. Said in the final, the players should come up with their own game plan and ignore Ange completely. I completely agree. I think it's absolutely diabolical what this man has done. And I think that he's had the easiest run ever. And that run for me doesn't make me ever want to keep this man. We could beat Man U 10-0 in the final. I do not want him at the club. Big up to you, Mike. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the super chat. Very, very generous indeed. And as I say, people, if Mike can give a super chat, you lot can smash the like button. And guys, there's nearly 900 of you in here. Sorry, 800 of you in here. Okay. And we are 230 away from 18,000. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It really, really would mean the world to me. And it really, really would help. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Let me view my channel on YouTube. There we go. It really, really would help. And so here is the link. There is the link. If anybody wants to join, anyone wants to, there it is. Big up to Mr. Box Office, the Box Office. How are we, sir?
Yeah, I'm all right. Enjoyed watching a pointless game, but you know, but yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? But I this manager, I love this manager though. I absolutely love this manager because he had the audacity to bring on the players that our first team on late in the match when the game was over. So that was brilliant, wasn't it? You know what I mean? I don't get it. You know what I mean? First half wasn't that bad, to be honest with you, to be fair. Alderbert in that number 10 role was all right. He was all right, but...
Was he? Was he all right? I thought he was absolutely... he was absolutely ghosting in the game. I didn't see him. By the way, just quickly, Man United are away. Here's Diallo. Ahmad cuts in, gives it to Bruno, who fires over the bar. But it's... sorry. By the way, Alex, just quickly... we have had 1 less defeat than Ipswich Town.
Well, that's awful. But, you know, like I said, unfortunately, that Europa League is... Like I said, he's Man United and Tottenham are so lucky that the relegation teams are so bad this season. So bad. We're not even over 40, we're not even over 40 points, which is...
Yeah, I don't think we will.
This is ridiculous. Yeah.
I genuinely don't think we're gonna get that win on the last day of the season to get to 40 points. So this is points wise, this is our worst season ever
Yeah.
in the Premier League.
But I mean, it just sums it up, the fact that the manager decides to bring on Solanke, Bentancur, Johnson, even Richarlison when the game was over at 2-0. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. What I would do, most sensible thing we would have done, is play them from the start, and then if they're getting tired, get them off at half time. And then maybe we would have maybe scored those chances that we could have had. You know what I mean? Because Son gave the ball, had the chance, and he could have actually taken a shot, I think it was, and he passed it. He tried to put a football through, didn't he, in that first half? So, I mean, this is where, and that could have given us a little bit of minutes in those legs and stuff like that. But he chooses to not do it. Leaves it to the last minute. Leaves it towards the end of the match, and he brings them on, and it just makes absolutely no sense. Kinski was actually not that bad, to be fair. He made some good saves, but again, why is Vicario not in goal? It makes no sense. I mean, we might end up just like I said, we're going to win the. I'm going to keep on banging on about it. We'll win the game next week against Man United. I still feel confident we're going to do that, but he baffles me. I think you can understand where I'm coming from a little bit, Savva. That I like consistency. I can't. I was talking to Asmatic and I said to him on the phone, I said, I can't do this. I'm just confused. I can't do this. No consistency. I can't do it. It just messes my brain up. I just really can't do it. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? I need consistency, my man.
Alex, I'm just embarrassed by it. It's like loss after loss after loss, and everyone's just excusing it. Everyone's just excusing it week in, week out. Tonight, there was no fight. We lost every single 50-50, and there's no excuse. These players aren't going to be playing in the final. They've got
first half wasn't that bad, though. First half wasn't that bad. It wasn't.
They pinned us in.
He didn't make any chances, no. I mean, I understand what you're talking about there. But it goes back to your argument, though, Savva. Well, I'm going to your argument, though. If you can perform like that, the second team can perform like that, why are we complaining about injuries? If it can perform like that against Aston Villa, when they were very much under pressure to win this game. You get what I'm saying? So it just forms to your argument, by the way, that when people talk about injuries, right? Mikey Moore wasn't good today, right? He
was dreadful. If we're honest, he was really
yeah. But I mean, unfortunately, he needs to go on loan. Gray was terrible. Gray was absolutely awful, right? Okay, Star was here nor there. I would say Danzo was very good in that sense. When he had to do his job, he did his job. You see what I'm saying? Spence wasn't. It's kind of really what I'm describing is a very mixed performance. But when people talk about injuries, I think this is why we say it's excuses. You see what I'm saying? But this consistency thing, I can't do this up and down thing. I can't do it, Savva. I can't do it. Right? It just isn't me, and this is why I just don't enjoy this anymore for me. And even if we won today, I'll be fuming if we won today, because I'll sit there and say, why are we not doing this every single week? You know what I mean? I'll be absolutely fuming because I can't do this, Savva. It's just not me. I'm sorry. You can get your criticism, but I don't care anymore, right? I know what I like. You know what I mean? I know what I'm all about. It's consistency for me. I'm too old for this. I'm too old for So I'm going on. You carry on. Sorry, mate. Sorry, I'm going on. Oh, big up Kuba, by the way. Big up Kuba, by the way.
Yeah, big up to Kuba. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Kuba. I'm so sorry. Yes. Yeah, big up. Oh, look, it's the best man from my wedding. Here he is. Old Sam Perfect. This is how embarrassed I am, people. Sam supports West Ham United, right? I can't even banter him and his shit club because you know what? We're below them. We are 2 points below West Ham and they've got a game in hand. It's utterly, utterly embarrassing. Sam, I'll see you. I think Sunday we're all meeting up if you're about. Penalty for Chelsea, by the way. A penalty for Chelsea. Onana's given away a penalty. He's saying no, but it looks like it's going to be a penalty. Big up to you, mate. Sam, Sunday, Greenwich. Shouldn't probably tell everyone my plans on the internet. Greenwich on Sunday. Me, Richie, Woody, them boys. Oh, Alex, what's going to happen? Nothing. If I die at the weekend, Alex, you know why, right? You know why.
Yeah.
But look, it is tough, mate. It's been one of the. Hang on, I just want to see if this was a penalty. I don't think that's a penalty. Let's have a look again. I don't know if anyone's seen this. I'll look from this angle. I don't think that's a penalty. I don't think he's touched him in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, tonight, why was people like, why were people like Casanova and Ulasesi not given 15 minutes? Why on earth did he bring on 2 senior players with 5 minutes of the game to go? What was the point? What was the absolute point?
That's the point. I don't understand what he's doing. But again, like I say, Savva, like I say, you can't get angry anymore with the players. I get more angry with the fans because they're the ones that really get on my goat a little bit. But these players, I can't get angry anymore because this manager is just going to just wrap your brains around. You know what I mean? But if he, like I say, next week's so important for him. It's so important for him. This is shameful. This is absolutely shameful. Oh no, someone's calling me. So I'll have to let you go, Savva.
All right, mate. All right, mate. See you later. Yeah, look, guys, somebody's just sent me some more stats. I haven't got time to bring them up because I haven't got them on my computer. It says updated stats. Updated is not a penalty. I didn't think it was a penalty. The referee made the right decision. He said, thank you, Lee, for the compliment. He said, updated on the 19 games per point game stats. Game 1 to 19 was 1.89. Game 20 to 38, 1.58. Game 39 to 57, 1.26. Yeah, and 18 games into the last 19 game batch, 0.78. Hang on, I'm going to bring this up. Here we go. Let's have a look. Boom, boom, boom. 1 second. 1 second. Here we go. I'm going to send this to myself and I'm going to bring it up on screen because this is just utterly, utterly embarrassing, guys. Utterly, utterly embarrassing. Hang on. I'm just seeing if any of the others are joining. Let's send this to myself. Where are we? Gallery. This is honestly a truly, truly shocking state of affairs at Tottenham Hotspur right now. And this is all being papered over because we beat Bodo Glimt, Frankfurt and Alkmaar. Just utterly, utterly embarrassing. I don't know how anybody likes this manager. I'm going to say it now. Anyone that likes this manager doesn't understand football. I'm saying it right now. I don't care. Any of you tell them I said it. Anyone who likes this manager doesn't understand coaching, tactics, players. This is utterly, utterly embarrassing. Let's have a look. I'm going to try and where are we? There we go. There's the email. Come on. That's it. Let's download that picture. There we go. Now let's go to there. Media assets. Let's load it onto my screen. Media assets. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get rid of that one. Right. Have a look at this, people. So you'll see there. So update on the 19 games stats. 1 to 19, 1.89. Game 20 to 38, 1.58. Game 39 to 57, 1.26. We're currently at 0.78 for the last 18 games. Based on the last game remaining, the best points per game outcome is 0.89. The worst it can be is 0.74. That would be 28 points over a 38 game season. Also, you may be aware already, but if we lose our next game, I believe we set a record for the most league defeats in a 38-game season without getting relegated. Guys, what do you say to that? Tell me what you all say to that. Those especially that like him. Let me know. Who on earth can back this guy now? Who on earth can back this guy? It is getting utterly shambolic. David R said 21 losses equals 2,100 minutes of Premier League games resulted in a loss. Wow. Utterly abysmal, utterly dreadful. Absolutely. Breezy, it's always the time for Ange out. Yeah, I don't care if they sack him between now and the final. I do not care. Get rid of the bloke. Utter nonsense what he puts us through this season. He talks a load of crap. His management style is crap. He is just not a good manager at all, is he? Big up to Kuva. Thank you very much, my man. Very, very generous. Who has said if Ange is still here next season, then Levy should be charged for match fixing. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Levy should be charged for match fixing. Absolutely right. Indeed. It's embarrassing. I don't know how he's still here. I genuinely don't. And this Europa League is going to paper over everything. But now, imagine we don't win the Europa League. Imagine we don't lose. Yeah? By the way, sorry, bear with me 1 second. Stel, I'll do you a favor. Tell you what, if a couple of you join me for a little bit, I'll go till 10:15 and then redirect everyone to you when you go live. Is that a deal? There we go. So I don't know how he's still here, Kuva. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what people see in him. It's just getting more and more and more embarrassing game by game by game. 21 defeats in 37 games. It is, hang on, what's that ratio? Here we go. What percentage of 37 is 21? 57% loss rate. 57. Hang on, still. 57% loss rate. 57%. It is utterly crazy. It is utterly crazy. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Be honest with me. Big up, Kuva. Thank you very much. If anyone hasn't liked, if anyone hasn't subscribed, please do. We are only 225 away from 18,000. Big up to Thane. Thank you very much. Very generous. Who has said after watching that today, are you still confident for Wednesday? Because I think Spurs are getting slapped in the final. United usually show up. Well, the United I'm watching here are full of vigour. They're full of energy. That's why I would have played our first 11 tonight. These players are trying to play into some sort of form. Our players sitting on a bench and we're all going, oh, just wrap them up in cotton wool. Mate, I'm not confident at all for Wednesday. I just get the feeling that Ange has been so very lucky that he really might shithouse himself to a win. But he has been so lucky. Big up to you. Thank you very much, Fane. I really appreciate that. Big up to Ian JD. Thank you. Very generous, my man. Said, do you actually think something is happening behind the scenes? Absolutely, mate. New manager, new players, new background staff. Absolutely, all of it. Daniel Levy, for all the things he is, there is no way he is watching this. There is no way he is watching this and saying, you know what? This manager's the one for me. There's no way. We have lost £37 million in Premier League revenue. We are 12 places off of last season. This is his worst ever Premier League season under Daniel Levy's ownership. There's no way this manager survives. Ian, I have to believe it. If I'm wrong, mate, I'm wrong. I have to believe it. For my own sanity, I have to believe this. I have to. I have to believe it. I just have to, mate. Let me know in the chat what you think. Let me see. Let's keep going. Sorry, there's so many people in the chat. A big up to each and every single one of you. By the way, it's still Chelsea 0, Man United 0, with 20 minutes to go. As it stands, Chelsea are out of the Champions League places with one game to go. And Nottingham Forest would have a chance to leapfrog Chelsea, but they would still only go into 6th place. So at the moment, it's looking like it's Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Villa and City. And as it stands at the bottom, Man U currently with this point are in 15th, but they've just gone 1-0 down. They've just gone 1-0 down. Mark Cucurella has changed everything. So Mark Cucurella has just put Chelsea 1-0 up, and that changes everything. So now currently Man City, who have a game in hand, will be in the Europa League positions. So it's all change at the top with that goal from Mark Cucurella. 1 second. Hang on. 1 second. Spurfix has said Odegaard is a shocking footballer. Again, Odegaard, I wouldn't have bought. Tell awful loan signing that Ange wanted. Look, you just keep doing it. The known guy has said we don't have any attacking pattern under Ange. Zero midfield. Absolutely, it's disgusting. Let's call it for what it is. Greenlight Studios is saying Ange is playing the bad luck card in a big way. Not buying it at all. There's no luck. We're absolutely horrendous. We're absolutely horrendous. Big up to each and every single one of you. Thank you for all the likes so far. Really, really do appreciate you. Thank you very much. 17,775 subscribers. Come on. Anybody else in the chat that hasn't, please do subscribe and smash that like button. Greenlight Studios said, totally right. Him and Levy out. Absolutely. Yes. It doesn't matter how you get there, but it does matter that I don't want the manager here next season. There you go. Is that fair enough? Has a worst manager ever won a European Cup? I'm going to say no. He is a shocking manager. A shocking manager. And I think more and more are starting to realise now. More and more are starting to realise. I'll be happy if we win this trophy on Wednesday, but he should be winning it. He should be winning it. So it is what it is. Just sack him already. Listen, absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Got to sack this manager. I can't be dealing with this in any way, shape or form. I just can't be dealing with it. This isn't Tottenham Hotspur anymore. This isn't Tottenham at all in any way, shape or form. John is saying that the three teams below us saved our bacon. Oh, God, not half, John. Not half. I mean, let me show you this again. Look, right? Let's look at the Premier League table, right? Look at the number of defeats. We have one less defeat than Ipswich Town, who finished on 22 points or will finish. 3 less defeats than Leicester City. This is utterly shambolic. It is disgraceful. Anyone who tells you, those people, those negative, toxic fans. No, mate. We just don't want a crap manager at our football club. Pete SG said, even if they win the Europa League, we can't have this again next season. Oh, my God. Absolutely. I can't watch this next season, all season again. Anjin is totally indefensible. Absolutely, Gary. Completely agree with you, my man. I just don't know what to say. Big up to Carl, my man, at that Spurs podcast. So these teams that are beating us are playing in third gear. Mate, they're not even having to do anything. Just strolling through us at will. Palace, now Villa, Wolves did, Nottingham Forest did. It's just getting all a bit too easy, isn't it? It's all getting a bit too easy. Guys and girls, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to be on with Stel tonight at 10:15. Please join us over there. Sam, absolutely, man. I'd rather bring in Big Sam Allardyce. This is the worst football manager I've ever seen at my football club. He needs to go. Please join us over on Tottenham Away at 10:15. Go and grab yourself a coffee, and we'll see you a bit later on. Thank you very much for all the likes, all the subscribers, all the super chats. It's been a great show. Shit game. But hey, it is what it is. And as always, Levy out, Ange out, and come on, you Spurs.